Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Fool's Landing, the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition campaign set in the Forgotten Realms, where we are playing Session 53 tonight. Hello, I am Jamie, I'll be the Dungeon Master, and I'm joined by just 4 heroes tonight from our crew, our normal crew of 6, who have braved the odds to be here versus the big bad. So I'll have you introduce yourselves going left to right on my screen. I first have Chris. Hello.
All right. I'm Chris. I'm playing Kurza, now 5th level wizard and 3rd level scout.
Perfect. Yeah, good to have you. Next is Molly.
Hey, I am playing Shouder, and he is a 5th level barbarian wizard slayer, or wizard slayer barbarian.
Right, nice. And next is Wayne.
Hello, I'm Wayne. I'm playing Saharn, a 5th level aquatic elf cleric.
Perfect. And last but not least, we have Brandon.
Hi, I am Brandon. I am playing Nod Zasratu, a Shadow Thief Minotaur, level 6.
There we go. I think I've got you in the right order on the screen finally now, matching up at least to the way I have your cameras. So good to have everybody. We left off, I think it's obvious where we're standing right now. Does anyone want to just cover what we did get to do last session? Actually, before we do that, Chris, you've leveled up with your rogue, but you didn't roll his, or you did just roll his his hit point update.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just pull up and I'll show again like a reminder of where the party is. I know you guys saw this already, but for anyone else who watches this later, you can see the current XP of our party, levels 5 through 6, essentially, mostly 5 at the moment. So here we go. Yeah, last session, you guys, I think last session started with a big boss as well, which was an aboleth, right? Anybody want to talk about the aboleth battle and what happened after that?
Who did it take down?
Reading through some of the notes that we have, it looks like it started off by using a fear, and multiple of us were grabbed during the fight. During the fight, there were 2 tentacles that were severed off of people who were grabbed. I think Nod killing one of them on himself and somebody killing something else.
I got dragged underwater too.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
was
Kurza.
you.
That was
Kurza got
Bart.
taken in.
Yeah.
Bart was using his spiritual hammer. After we killed the Abeloth, we moved away from the pond and towards the Minotaur maze. Those who were grabbed by the tentacles also required a cure disease by the clerics in order to remove the mucus that were covering us. The party moved up towards the tunnels of the mage, a gradual slope, and some members became fatigued. We found some other tunnel that branched off towards Mythnanthar. But after being undecisive, we decided to set a party or set snares and set camp and decided to watch or make camp there. And during one of the watches, Nod heard some noises and started to investigate. I think he dragged Griff along too. And they got so distracted, they didn't quite realize how far they got and decided to head back towards camp. They did find some stuff, but again, I think we decided to move back before we...
Yeah, you remember you saw some figures moving about, and then you heard, I think later, a noise. Somebody heard a noise in camp, if I remember. There was like a clicking sound that got your attention a few times, and then I believe, Kurza, you were the one that confirmed that you got the chills, that it sounded like an old familiar enemy being Sahagin. Right? So
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, that's anything else that anyone wants to fill in?
We're moving towards the center of the maze now, right?
Yeah, you made it. Thanks, Brandon, for reading that too. The maze, when you got back, or the labyrinth, when you got back to the labyrinth, looked essentially the same, other than the fact that the corpses seemed to have disappeared. But when you got to the labyrinth, Nod started to recall his way and just instinctively led you right towards the center where you're now standing here. I'll cut over to the map so you can see that.
And we spotted Fortuan, right? At the portal?
Yeah, he spotted you first on your way in
Okay.
and then greeted you when you entered the space. So this is more of our battle map view. You guys are in that dead center, and yeah, that's where I think we didn't roll initiative or do anything crazy yet, I don't believe, but we haven't even really had any dialogue with Fortuan.
That's what I'm hoping
That's
for. Nod can, yeah, negotiate our way out of this.
Yeah, I can just imagine just a bunch of gutturals and bull grunts and maybe a moo here and there.
and so he will step out into the top of the steps. And I think for this part, it's better to be on the image since we'll have a chance to speak with him here. I'll get rid of this stuff. And I think, again, just going back to his appearance, an Elder Minotaur has a longer set of horns on it. It has developed a little bit of a different shape, less muscular, but like wide body. And that's just common for Minotaurs, and maybe not something like that you all would have thought of, but maybe at this point you've fought so many different Minotaurs, you probably start to
So
see some of the differences. Nod would
he's
certainly know the
old and
differences.
fat.
But
He
this
fits
one
the bed.
is also more, I would describe, looks more like a shaman than he does a fighter, whereas most of the other Minotaurs you encountered carried themselves with big weapons, big metal weapons, and liked to scrap. He is carrying this twisted looking staff as he steps out, and he's got this sort of half robe on that just flows, and he's exactly as you remember him, Nod, I would say. And as he walks out, his gaze comes across the whole party and he locks eyes on you and says, "I knew you would come eventually, but not like this. You have brought me a gift, I see. I thank you for it."
Yes, I've brought you many gifts, and I'm just going to turn towards everybody else and wink.
And he'll take like a step down as he's already surveyed you all, and his eyes though and his gaze is still hardened and looking at you, and he says, "Did you tell them, Nod, who you really are? Or do you hide your secrets? Continue to hide your secrets? Maybe we will find
Uh,
out this day. Maybe they will find out."
Secrets. What's this about?
He's been our friend.
See, for you, Nod, I would be curious, like, if what's your thoughts on how you would be looking at him right here, because he was your captor, I would say, maybe to a certain extent for a long time, and he knows you probably really well, more about you than you know about him, certainly. So what thoughts do you have about him nudging your past?
Nada was definitely confused in his past, being tortured and trapped inside of a tower by an evil wizard. But after meeting these new people, experiencing different things, and fighting bigger, badder things, or it's maybe not. I can't quite remember his name. Veridas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
Veridas was quite bad, but having these friends or people has changed Nod, so he's looking at things differently. It's better to have people with you than no one with you.
Yeah, that's and a different purpose, like together purpose, where as before you were just serving, blindly serving. So you've definitely been freed from your enslavement, I should say, since you've met the party. And yeah, so I think he just has this kind of icy cold glare, and he says, "I know what you did to Veridus, and I told that fool that fate would become him, for he delved too deep into gathering the life force from the elves. What do you hope to accomplish by coming here?"
I assume we cannot understand him.
Well,
If not, if you like wanted to reply to him in common, or you could force that, or if you want to keep it between you and him, what is said at the moment, I'll leave that decision to you.
acting like it's nothing unusual, and maybe even just give Cursor like a big old pat on the back and say, yeah, no, like I said, I came here bringing gifts and cleaning up a few loose ends myself.
Nice. Let's see, I just lost my internet and it came back real quick, but
Oh no.
my VPN screwing up. Let's see. Let me refresh real quick here. Sorry.
If the DM gets chucked out of the game, we win. That's what that means. We won,
Yeah.
I think that counts as a victory.
If there's no
right?
price on it, it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and I think, let's see if this reconnects. There we go. Okay, perfect.
Yes, please.
Um,
Is he,
Yes.
is he holding his staff in one hand or like in the picture, or does it
Yes.
look like it's a two-handed staff?
Yes, no, he's got it in one hand at the moment.
Okay.
He's just walking with it like a walking stick more than anything. His other hand is, just open. I think again, like on him, you notice that he's just got a real thick hide to him, which is another thing that develops the older they get. So he's got a very good natural protection on him as well. But he
He's
will.
old and
I,
fat.
I think he will. At that response from Nod, he'll now change his gaze to the rest of you, and he will say, in common, "You travel with a traitor, a delinquent of the world, who is weak. We barely noticed he was missing. Why do you ally? Why do you ally with this creature?"
Why should we believe a soon-to-be dead Minotaur?
Oh,
Oh.
Can I?
I'm just gonna plead my ear. And...
go ahead.
His eyes
Sorry.
kind of
There.
open up a little bit more.
Can I detect magic from him, like with the barbarian wizard slayer thing, just
Oh
to
my.
get a sense of? Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hold on.
He's just glowing with magic. Plenty of it.
I was hoping we could get out of here without combat. We're trying to get through that gate, right? Is that our objective?
No,
I
the
think
objective is actually kill him.
yeah.
I think
Kill
for
him.
Nod, his loose end is right. Is
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I'm just bringing gifts. That's all. Nothing inconspicuous here.
right.
yeah, just returning to bring you something.
I didn't mean to interrupt the flow of the role play. I think it's like something he does. I have to pull up for the exact percentage, but I think it's just something like it's a natural perception. And I have to roll, and I think it's something like 65 or something, but let me find it and we can just keep going.
Okay, yeah, whenever you find it, just roll it and I'll let you know. But he will continue to just engage with you all. And I think at the response from Shalger, you may, the closest you might ever hear a Minotaur laugh, it might be his response in more of a grunt sound than a laugh. But he will say that, is that what he's promised you?
He can be useful from time to time.
So he's promised you that killing me will somehow help you.
Whoa, killing you. Who said that?
I think he's not even gonna roll. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. It's just, I think at this point it's clear, like there's clearly like something unresolved between you both. More felt on his end that he feels betrayed. So he will say then, I think let me get your roll and see if I can give you any other info. Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought this would be more of a you and him can fight it out.
The atmosphere is looking tense, isn't it?
It's looking a little, yeah, I mean, it depends. I think he's giving you guys a chance to try to parlay with him. Nod is going along with the idea that he's brought you to his elder.
I'm kind of worried about the barbarian's going to do next
This
after
is
that
Yeah,
remark.
yeah. Out of character, I really want to parlay with him, but in character, obviously, I don't.
Yeah.
But because I'm not detecting magic, yeah, I'm just gonna back down a little bit. And
You must be friendly. No magic here.
I think at this point, if You might want to get him talking a little bit about what he's up to, because he's dropped to you that he knows Veritas. So I think
Yeah.
that in and of itself is something that would be news to you, that they were aware of
Did
each
we
other and
kill
aligned.
Veritas?
What?
Yes, he knew that we killed Veritas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he said that, and I should repeat that because I think originally that was targeted at Nod, but he will say that to you all, right, in common, so he can understand. He's going to ask, or he's going to make it clear, you killed Veritas, and I told him that was soon to be his fate, for he had no reason to be taking so much life from the elves. He got greedy.
Yeah. Didn't know you'd been there.
To be honest with you, Veritas was someone that would say he used me, but I would say I used him. And seeing
He
that
was just a power-hungry bastard.
seeing that he is now dead, my guesses were right that his greed would overcome him, for he took just too much power from those elves, and it came back to haunt him.
An
Tell me-
entire room of them, as it were.
Tell me, what were his final moments like? It brings me joy to know.
He went out in a blazing ball of fire.
And who has been haunted by him? All of you?
No,
Haunted.
actually. One of our fighters, but he was shown the door as opposed to being allowed to haunt us.
He took a special
I
liking.
still
His
have
spirit
nightmares
has
about it.
gone elsewhere.
That's true.
It's been flung away from us.
Since his death, our agreement and pact has changed significantly into my favor.
I would imagine so, if you're the only one left alive.
But I am not the only one. But I have gained his share. His tower is now my realm.
That little tower actually, it collapsed, basically. It's just a pile of stone under the water now.
It is
You
fine.
might
Is it
not
though?
want to go there directly.
I need not go there. It will continue to generate what I need.
How does a tower that is no longer a tower generate anything?
It is just one cog in a wheel. Cogs can be changed, replaced, fixed. And in this case, I may do just that. We'll see. But time will only tell those who last to see it.
You're coming closer.
Where is it that you want to be? Do you want to step through this portal?
It was a thought.
Not really.
No,
So you
but there's
come
tracks.
So you come to kill me only then, if you do not wish to enter this portal.
We'd heard there was like this elven city somewhere beyond that portal as one of the many possible destinations. Not to mention the two remaining towers.
I should say that your studies in the tower have been fruitful. If you know so much of this, you must know there are more than one way to get to where you're going. What will you do when you get there?
That's a good point.
Is he like creeping down on us like that?
Oh yeah, he's like taking
Yeah,
like a step at a time as he asks
Okay.
questions. He's
Huh?
But not menacingly. It's not doesn't seem like he's coming off menacing.
not yet triggered at all. He seems more.
Is he within 30 feet yet?
I think you've been hanging around too many Minotaurs.
That's a fair point.
Hmm,
Being trusting
yeah.
of a Minotaur is risky business usually,
That's
but
true.
he is, I think, certainly in that type of range. I'm just cutting over the map on my screen to measure, but I think at any distance here he would be.
I'm just kind of curious what the actual distance is.
You're like 20 feet from him. So you're definitely within range of spell attack and things like that.
He was
and other
As soon as he
packs.
walked through, he
But
was
yeah,
within range.
but
So is that.
I think he'll give you a chance here to make a choice, and he will say, "You will see your way out, and no harm will come further to you."
Don't suppose you've seen a human mage come waltzing through this area, have you?
The
He was very intent on getting to that elven city at all cost, one might say.
Good callback.
He even left us.
What happened to Baden?
I do not know of a human that would have crossed paths with you.
He was with us in the tower and chose to go his own way through the portal, we presume.
That is a shame. I would quite like to meet an accomplished mage.
He was reasonably accomplished.
He didn't go this way, Kurza. Maybe we should go another way, huh?
He may have found another route.
What's Nod doing? I'm like looking at Nod because Nod's our Minotaur.
Nod, I want you to roll a wisdom check.
I'll say, how focused on the other people was he? Because Nod would also be trying to get behind him too at some point, if he turned his back.
Yeah, no, he's got himself like back to the portal type of stance, looking down at you guys. He's still up a little ways on the staircase in front of you, but maybe 20 feet away in total. And I think as you're looking at him and you're following the conversation and whatnot and just thinking about what he's up to, you may let's see, where was it? 1 second.
Does he occupy the stairs in such a way there's no way around him?
You could probably try to get by him. You'd have
But
to
you
make an
couldn't
attempt.
sneak it.
It wouldn't be
Yeah.
a sneakable thing. But yeah, no, you notice that the elder looks a little bit like, in a weird way, like he almost looks like he's like preserved. Like he looks so much exactly like he looked to you. Like the closer he gets, you're starting to kind of think that like time is somehow on his side too. Somehow or other, he's benefited from, very likely, the life stealing
From the tower.
ritual, yeah, that the tower evoked. This is something that you might notice at this point.
What kind of moisturizer are you using?
Probably blood. I don't know, blood of something, but but I think he says, "You will turn around and you will vacate my labyrinth in my territory."
We've wandered through beholders' territories down here too, and they didn't have much to say afterwards.
It would seem that at one point you carried a mage with you as well.
True.
I should very much like to meet him.
He's probably finding himself an alternate route to get to the city.
What about you? Are you wise in the ways of Arcana? He's like locks in on you finally. I think Kurza, after it's like he's realized that you are potentially the most well or knowledged on Arcana.
I am holding a bow, so that's or I have a
I think
bow
that's what
across my
threw
back.
him. I think that's what threw him, but you've spoken to him a few times about it.
Not really.
And what about you, Sea Elf? Do you think that your people are on the other side of that portal?
I do not know. I'm only concerned with helping my friends get rid of their markings and have their minds freed from the curse of.
The markings. Of what do you speak?
Who has a tattoo.
Curzer's like our lone
Yeah.
bearer.
I
That's
shove
right.
Kurza a little bit and I say, show him.
Show him. Show him.
Okay, I'll open the arm and just bare the arm and show him the tattoo.
This is what brought us here.
He would say,
Tell him of your curse.
how long
Ancient
have
magic for ancient magic.
where did you get this?
was bestowed upon me.
And he will say, so the leash has been passed to another. And he will pull up his sleeve, Kurza, and show you an identical marking on his forearm.
Oh, very intriguing.
Holy crap.
Burn it with fire.
He
Burn
said,
it with fire.
did they tell you what
Yeah,
it truly
that's a
means
twist.
to serve?
No,
Then you will enjoy it, I'm sure.
Serve whom?
We
I've
serve
already killed a perfect shot against through a caravan against a noble in the above world when they wanted me to.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're mentioning the the fact you acted against your will once already.
But it also
Hit
says that it was a bow shot and not a mage shot. So that should put more doubts as to what class I really am in his mind too, I suppose.
I think he's gonna at this point really have almost a surprised look on his face that you bear this, and he's a little bit confused, right? Because I think what is expected is that this would corrupt you, and he's not seeing that you're corrupted in any way. So that's why he's curious about how long you've had it, when it was bestowed upon you.
How long ago was it, anyways?
It would have been in game time, maybe, I don't know, a few months. I don't know how long you've been. I haven't kept up with the calendar all the way, but I'm thinking it's in game. Even with the time lapse, it's probably been less than a year, but certainly several months.
Since
Well, I'll tell him about a year then.
since Pro Camper, you mean, or since?
Yeah, the very first episode.
Wow,
Episode 1, we ended up with all with tattoos.
I see.
Yeah.
He says, it is too soon. You have not yet heard the voices. Maybe whispers. Maybe you've seen some shadows. But they will grow.
They just took control.
It will grow. And it will move you with its will towards the way that serves us. I see that Nod has maybe in fact chosen good company in selecting you. For your curse, he will be well prepared to serve you, as one day you will very likely be leading and working for the master.
The Harn says, we do not wish any of this. We wish to cleanse him of the mark. Can you help us with that?
But you are working for the master then, not yourself.
If he has an eyebrow, he lifts it to that question, Zeharn, and he says, no one will do this for you. I certainly would not.
Let you know how.
That is needless to say, for I do not have the power myself.
I don't know if I believe that, but okay.
But I would follow this. Let it guide you. Let it speak to you. It will lead you to glory as it has led me.
And what is its purpose? What is the master's purpose? What have you found?
We will ultimately cleanse this world of those who oppose us and do not serve the master's way.
Who is the master? I'm sure I'll find out at some point, but
Your master has chosen you. When you were given that symbol, those 5... Let me pull it up real quick here, since we're lingering on this for a second.
While they're talking, I'm going to
Yeah.
brush over to Nod and just whisper, like, do we have to kill him?
The 5 symbols have chosen you.
If we're whispering, I'll whisper back. I was planning on it.
And you serve one of them. If you have already acted against the Knights of Cormyr, then perhaps you belong to the Red Wizards. It is for you to find out.
it's the burning knives. What's that called again?
That's the fire knives.
Yeah, I've had the fire knives try to kill me, which I found very odd.
They are an amateur group. If they let you reach me after having you in their sights.
Why try to kill off one such as me or you? That would be contrary to why kill off an asset?
I'm sorry, I didn't follow your question, and I was distracted by something here.
Why would one of the five try to kill off one of their own assets? Have you had various?
It would seem that you've caught their attention for some other reason. I know not what their motives are. If you were doing something to help the enemy, then I would see you would become the enemy as well.
That was very early on that I don't know.
I think you were. Do you remember the
Oh,
probably
I know I was
when
helping
you were
the
in
enemy
Pro
at this
Camper?
point, but I
And
know I was helping the enemy, but I'm not about to tell him that.
okay, so you remember that. Okay.
Yeah. Are his tattoos the same as mine?
Yeah, and this is what I was gonna have him do, is actually hold his out and speak to you about the different symbols, but I can't find my handout. It's like just missing all of a sudden. So give me a second to find that.
But still whispering. Do you plan
Alrighty.
on attacking him, Dodd?
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for him to turn his back before I go try to murder him.
Let's see. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
top one is the fire knives.
Any objections or forever hold your peace? Hey.
Look at that. Would you look at that? As you put out the ultimatum, look whose hatchet pops into view. Or tomahawk,
Nice.
I should say. Which is good. Great. Couldn't be better
That could be
timing.
useful.
I don't know
Hey,
how he does
guys.
it. I swear
Good
I don't
timing, Tim.
coordinate with him in the background.
Just in time.
Perfect timing.
Okay, he's going to tell you that he serves from the symbol on the hand. Maybe we should probably pause here and just catch Tim up real fast. So let me grab your icon, and does anyone want to fill Tim in on where we're at while I grab his character?
We've Nod has had a conversation with him. Kurz has had a conversation with him. Saharan has had a conversation with him, and now so Challenger has had a conversation.
He has the
If you
same
could call it that.
tattoo.
Yeah.
He has the
Yeah. And
same
he's working with
tattoo as
Baradas.
Kilda. Yeah.
Yes, we've actually uncovered a lot of information about the tattoos that we did not previously know before.
Really, what I'm just waiting for, guys, is give a wink before you jump him, if that's the plan. Then I'll
I'm
start
assuming Nad's going to be
praying.
first.
What where we're at currently is that Saharn had mentioned that Kurza bears the tattoo on his arm, and in response to that, the Minotaur showed his arm, and he bears the exact same marking. And
nice.
he has explained now that this curse was given to him many moons ago, and he has followed it, listened to the voice and whisper in his mind, and he has served it, and he has served it well. And he in particular points out that the five symbols are allied together for the master, and that when you're given this, you learn that sort of one of these powers claims you. And in his case, he is claimed by Moander, and that is the hand with the mouth
One,
on it.
yeah, that's the one that the beholder was the guardian for. Yeah.
Can you put that in chat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that I guess Griff was back checking on the Salgan and came running up and sees whatever is in front
Yeah,
of
that
him.
makes sense. That makes perfect sense. He says that the third symbol on the tattoo is the Zentarum. He mentions that. The what else is there? The
3 circles.
3 circles. believe are the red wizards. And then the last one is
Dark gaze.
a creature, yeah, that goes by the name of Tyrant
Moend.
Thraxis. I'll put that in there. So he seems to know about the symbol. He's not like affiliated with all of these groups on the symbol, but he throughout time has pieced together the different meanings of the different symbols, and he's just shocked that you showed him this, that you're wearing this, and that you're traveling with his former slave, really, in Nod.
As I said, he's occasionally useful.
He stands above you on the steps about 20 feet away in total, gripping his twisted looking staff. And I think he's probably just as unsure of what happens next as you are, but probably knows in the back of his mind where it's all heading. But at the same time, he doesn't encounter outsiders that often, so he's entertained you for a while. And
How does he know that Moander is the one who's claimed him?
they have told me,
Oh, okay.
just as
I didn't
yours
know
will,
there was
just
such
as yours will
direct
tell you.
communication.
The
All right.
voice will grow. The whisper will get louder. The longer you carry it. You have carried it well to have reached me.
Indeed.
And
I've had
now,
some very interesting travels.
and now, do we battle it out, Nod? Do we finish this?
I figured we would just shake hands and part ways. Can I attempt to approach him and shake his hand?
I'm going to step away and start praying.
I think,
I'm going to try to.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm going to try to. I think the fight's about to break out. I'm going to just slowly try to quietly chant a prayer bell.
Think.
I'm going to try to get a
Yeah.
chant spell, but it's 2 rounds to get off, so I hope. But that's
I
I'm going
see.
to give us a bonus.
I'll walk up the stairs very slowly.
I don't trust him. This is not a friendly handshake, is it?
So I think
Now the question is if he sees Saharn, right, casting.
Yep.
yeah,
What?
I think that I'm gonna give him a couple things here real quick. So I think there's 1, somebody approaching him, 2, somebody casting. So I'm just gonna give him a moment to cut in.
I'm running up from
But
behind.
yeah,
I-
the fifth and final addition to the party. But he'll say to you, Nod, as you take that first step, and he'll raise his voice a little bit as if to warn you that he doesn't welcome your approach just yet. And he will say, you cleaned up a lot of the labyrinth, killing your own, but you have not finished them all. You know that there are more that linger, and they will be coming for you. And I think if you remember, maybe like even like you do like a count on your fingers, there should be probably 2 left that you guys haven't seen or encountered, right? So he's putting it out there that there's at least 2 more that you haven't dealt with that you're going to have to deal with. What's your response to that? You kill my slaves and you come to shake my hand?
You are right. There are Minotaurs left that I have yet to kill.
Your time has come, Nod. We will have your reckoning today, friend. Former friend. It is a shame to kill one who walks beside those of us who are marked by the Master. But if this is what serves the Master, then so shall it be. And he sees, obviously, what's going on here. And he similarly goes ahead and chants something here. So I'll have everybody go ahead and roll initiative, please. No more talkie-talkie.
No more. So
I
no.
It's
I want to
not.
try. Oh no, go ahead.
It's not allowing me to select my token or anything, so I don't know if it's showing up.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got you in the wrong. I'm going to put you on the map here in a second. You mean you can't click on your character sheet or just the avatar of yourself?
Just the avatar.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing the picture of the staircase with the Minotaur at the top.
Oh, that's weird. But you don't see yourself?
Yeah, I see the entire party
Oh, I
standing.
got you. I got you. Okay, yeah. I need to add your... There we go. I'm going to put you guys on the map for this, just because I know there'll be... It's a tight space, so it's really not going to be
No.
a lot of running around, but I want to make sure we keep track of who's where. So let me drag the map over. We're in the center of this. Go ahead and roll. I think you've got what group initiative? Did we do group initiative? So it looks like it was a 5. So anybody wants to?
That was just my
Oh, that was just
mine.
your. You can do them individually. I wasn't sure. I thought it looked like someone had done it that way. But go ahead and do them individually. It's fine.
I
It
want
did
to
carry over. I
There's
had
only
an
one
8.
enemy.
I want to try what I posted in the chat. It's a maneuver from the Complete Fighter's Handbook. He gets a +3 for being still or moving towards me. I would say he probably gets a plus for being higher too, but it's up to you. But I'm going to try and go at him from the side. Like you said, he wasn't filling the thing, so I want to run up beside him and try and bash him with the shield. I don't know what to add for initiative for that.
Whoops. Let's see.
Shadows in here are wonky, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you can just go ahead and if he's up on the stairs and he's in an elevated position, it's gonna be like a -1 at least to your attack for that. Yeah, so we'll just start with that.
I guess I might use some of the barbarian springing if I can, but I'm wondering about initiative. What should I count that as?
What can you read it to me again, or I missed it?
Yeah, the maneuver is like a combination of the pull trip and shield punch.
Oh,
The
here it
attacker
is. I'm
there.
sorry. You put
Yeah,
this in here. I
yeah.
missed it.
I should have put it in the Discord chat, but I put it here.
Okay. I would just do a 0 on this because this is just movement, so I wouldn't modify your
Okay.
initiative at all. Yeah.
Okay, so 5.
Can you check my vision on my token, Jamie? I have that weird cone. I can't see.
Damn it.
I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah, I can't see either.
Let's see. Does yours have that too?
No,
Sure
I can't.
does. Who else?
Oh.
Who else can I give vision to?
Me.
Is yours doing that too? Okay, let's see.
I've got a wall
Yeah,
starts right
you have
around
the limited
there.
vision. I gotta change the default tokens. It seems to want to
There we
default to
go.
that. Okay.
I could not see him the whole time.
In the map. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. You knew where he was on the center, but you can see him now, hopefully. Can you see his token? I just put him in there, by the way. But
Oh, yeah.
okay. All right. So I'm going to add him to the turn order, and we'll get this party started.
All right.
Let's see.
Where are we? Nod had stepped forward, and my intent was to step back and begin a chant because I figure my friend's just going to punch this guy in the face. And I want to get a jump on the bonuses, hopefully before combat.
You're going to go first, so your
Takes two round casting time.
Yeah, I think you were trying to get in front of it, so this will be when it goes off. I have no problem with that.
Cool.
So that goes off first. And are you staying where you're at, and are you positioning yourself?
Yep,
Is
I'm
that where
going
you
to
want to be?
stay
Okay.
back. I'm going to chant, and I will interfere if something happens that I need to step in and help.
All right. Very good. All right. So the Elder Fortuan here is going to raise his arm, and you see, I guess you see some illumination around him temporarily. And I guess after that, it might be noticeable that there's like a light haze around him. Like he has maybe some kind of shield or protection effect that he's just enabled. He stands still, though, on the steps. He hasn't moved down to get any closer. So that brings up Nod.
Just want to mention you all have now +1 attack, damage, and save.
Cool.
That will help. Nod planned on throwing some darts at him.
That was your plan.
Thank you.
I knew you were up to something, man.
All right, let me open his character sheet.
See, I think the only one that matters is the last one. With the +1, I did not add any +1 to it, so it'd be armor class of 2. I'm not sure what you want to do for the 11.
Let's see. So,
One.
Yeah.
you
No.
yeah, you can roll on the fumble table just to see how that. It's not gonna probably affect. It depends. It'll probably just affect your AC, very likely. Okay, so really, there's no effect on that. I think what that would mean, though. Let's see.
The big old barrel of wine. Or what is it, the
Yeah,
Pilsner?
yeah. I was just thinking that like your barrel might go splashing down here, down on the steps even, right? Because you're a couple steps up, right? From what I remember. So yeah, I would say that would drop. We can do a quick roll to see if it survives it, but it's gonna roll down the steps here. So let's roll. How about a d20? We'll roll and see how hard of a hit this is for the barrel. It'll be an interesting condition to deal with too.
Would it be... Okay, I know. I'll just do that. D20.
Okay, so yeah, in this case, it hits the steps, bounces down the steps, and rolls down towards the other group. So it's like Donkey Kong at this point, guys. You have a barrel of beer rolling towards you. Add that into the thing, and we'll deal with that in due time. Let's see. So it's rolled down here, and it is now come to a stop at the bottom of the steps. So it's a little bit of an obstruction that you'll have to deal with. But yeah, I think those are actually all misses. It is now to Saharn. Or I'm sorry, you already went Saharn, right? You got your spell off?
Yeah, I went
I might have
first.
had you in twice, yeah. Griff.
Okay, so how do I get within melee of this guy?
Charge him.
You'll have to run up the steps towards them.
Do a charge.
Am I
have
able to do that?
Yeah, I have him pictured low on the steps, but he's really,
Yeah,
he's up on the steps. So I'm gonna move him up a little bit there just to be, and then Nod's really on the steps as well. So you'd be running up to where Nod is at to try to reach.
Okay, I don't know how far that is because the squares are really small.
It's 25 feet.
Right. I can do that, right? Do
Yeah.
my normal attack.
Yeah. That's a miss. That's a 1, but it's still a miss.
I didn't add my bonus.
That's a 1, it should be, right? AC 1?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that misses him here.
What?
Yeah. So it is, I think, Kurza's turn now.
Let's see here.
And I was gonna say, as I was doing it, as if you fight Nod, you fight me too.
Then death to you both. What are you thinking there, Chris?
How about a mirror image? So now there are 4 of me.
All right,
Can
let
you
me.
cast that on somebody else?
That's a great spell.
It really is. So you maintain the space you're in, and you create 3 more of yourself in and around. Yeah, that's.
You should make.
Yeah, I guess what I'll do is.
Actually, I can't. I have to cast it on myself, I believe.
Yeah, it has to be on yourself. That's no good. Let's do it like this. Yeah, I guess I'll do it like that. So these ones that have the little icon in them will be your illusion.
Okay.
So I'll let you put them where you think they would appear here. I think that they emulate your movement once they're created, if I recall. But all right, so yeah, so I don't know if the rest of you would notice that, but perhaps Shajar would notice and Saharn would notice at least. That just happened. And I think that's it for Kurza. Shajar?
Oh yeah. Is there any way I can do my shield charge that I wanted to do?
Yeah,
I can jump. I can jump.
Actually, you really are obstructed here to try
Up
to
to 1d6 plus 2 is how high I can jump with the running spring. I think.
So you could leap over top of over Griff, or yeah, you might want to jump. You might want to hurdle Griff so you don't catch on anything. You're way over.
I don't want to kick him in the head.
But
Do it.
I would suggest maybe you could try that. I think that's fine. You could try and jump up there, and it's just gonna be.
I was thinking
tight quarters, but you could do it. Yeah.
Okay. There's no way I can like jump up onto the stairs, right? From the side of it or something.
I'm thinking that you would run up to the stairs and then jump from the base of the stairs, or maybe from the first step.
How
Uh-huh.
wide are these stairs actually?
They're like, let's see, it's a good question.
I don't think the tokens and the
They're like,
Yeah, the map is not to scale.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
They're like
They-
9. They're like 9 feet wide, so they're pretty wide. But it's
So
still,
two can
in
fight
terms
side
of the
by
game,
side.
2 can fight side by side. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could charge through them, couldn't you? And then try to knock him on his butt.
Is the portal active?
Sure seems like it is. Yeah.
Do I need to do a dex check and just if I can hear Charger coming, I can step out of the way or something?
No, I think Shauzer has a way to avoid you. It's just a matter
Okay.
of whether or not Shauzer wants to be caught in that tight of a space at the end of their turn, because
If I can get past him, right, which I
yeah,
think you've ruled in the past that we can get past each other, then I'll just barrel past them. Yeah, like through the
no
middle of them.
problem. You can
Okay.
definitely do that.
All right, let me roll to attack.
Bit fumble, you tackle him right through the portal.
I think the idea here is that you're gonna occupy just like that you're gonna occupy that third of 4 spaces that sort of exist on the stairs. All right, how we do here? So shield punch does not land here,
Oh.
which means you've kind of put yourself up here. Let me move you to the top. Can you
And
still
so now,
see your token?
yes.
Okay.
Now I have to roll a dexterity check, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bash into him, but it doesn't really. He holds his ground, right?
Yeah.
And so that I might fall off the stairs. Here we go. -6. Wow.
Dang. That's pretty harsh.
It is. I wasn't
You're
thinking
on steps too,
tactically.
but I won't add to it. I won't add to it.
Whoa.
Oh.
No, but I didn't. It didn't get the -6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's still.
I
It's a
mean, you
fail.
would have to roll a.
All right, so now let's go ahead and have Nod and Griff do dex checks here, -2, and basically it's going to be to avoid the rolling barbarian.
Wow, that didn't go as I.
You got
It worked in my head. That wasn't how it was in my head, guys.
got barrels of Pilsner and barbarians rolling down towards you.
I added in the -2. When
I
rolled.
did not, so I think I would have failed mine.
Okay. So Nod, you're gonna get knocked by Shauzer back down a little bit, so you're gonna be off of the steps down by the barrel basically, and I'm gonna say that you actually knock the barrel backward a space by doing that. Shauzer, you've fallen down to the bottom of the steps as well. Let's see, Nod will take -1 to this, so 3 points of damage. And then Shauzer, you rolled a little further. You're going to take +1 to yours. You're going to take 4 points. So 3 and 4. Yeah, I think again, maybe just to kind of build the suspense a little bit or the motivation. Maybe last time when you thought you heard the Minotaur laugh, this time might be a little bit more of a chuckle, a well-formed chuckle.
Yeah.
But that's it, I think, for Shauzer. So Saharan, I think you're back up.
I am still maintaining my chant and remaining alert in case I need to step in.
Yeah, the barrel kind of rolled to a stop right before your feet. You
Good.
certainly got a lot to watch. You've got a good view of this. All right.
And now a seat.
Oh,
All right. Now it is back to Fortuan, who is. He's amused, I think, at the moment. He might be more amused than anything. And I think because now he stands atop, he's like the king of the hill. I think it just occurs to him to just knock Griff off of his hill next as he sees the others just roll to the bottom. So he's gonna swing his staff here and try to knock Griff with it. Where is his? There it is. I think he's gonna hit you with that one. And he is gonna do.
AC4. I didn't see anything.
Oh man, how is it doing that? I've been using the monster sheet. Let's see if it. roll visibility. Here we go. Okay. Man, if I have to do that to every single monster sheet for you guys to see the rolls, that's crazy. I don't know why they don't default that. I'm just gonna roll this again to see if you can see. I'm gonna roll the damage where you can see it. No, it didn't do that either. I don't know. So I don't know. I can't change it, but it's 14 points of damage from the staff. Just kind of
Wow.
jolts you with this thing.
It's hefty.
Yeah.
And I'll have you make an AC check to see if it doesn't thrust you backward down the steps.
What check?
Dex check. Yeah, no problem. You're able to maintain your balance and keep your ground. All right.
Are you giving him a -1 to attack and damage?
Yeah. He would have hit a -5.
Yeah.
on
We
his
haven't bothered
hit,
this
but
guy yet.
I think I have a
No.
-6 armor class.
hey,
Have we ruffled a
my
head?
bad. I missed you. I missed you. All right, Nod, you're up.
I think seeing what's going on, Nod is going to continue to stand down at the bottom and
Hauling.
throw darts
Oh
up.
man.
Okay.
3.
That's a-
Hey,
Oh, there you go.
That's a damn
There it
good
is.
hit.
-5? Come on. How's that not a crit? 17.
17. Yeah, almost. So 1 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, you
Right.
finally got a piece of him.
Finally.
Got a piece of
Yeah.
him, and it's only fitting
Murkoff.
that
Ah!
Nod draws first blood. You rolled. Okay.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 3, right?
1 out of 2 for large.
Oh, jeez.
1 died
Alrighty,
2 for large.
That's third. Okay.
Did you roll a 1?
Yep. 1
Yeah,
died 2
it's-
for large. So.
died 2.
He hit him,
Would've
but he
been
hit him for the least
14,
that he can hit
yeah.
him for. But hey, he
Yeah.
hit him, and so far that's the first he's had his blood drawn in battle, and
Not
so
laughing anymore, are you?
I think not. I think for real, it would be noticeable that similar to how he was shocked earlier, he might be stunned by the fact that he spilt blood. And it's been a long time since he's done that. Yeah, it's fitting, I think, that Nod got that shot on him. All right. Wayne, you are maintaining, I believe, still. Anything else?
Maintaining. Nope. Can't do anything else.
Okay.
And what are the effects again, Sahar?
Is it
+1.
me?
+1.
Plus
all
one,
of our
minus one.
attack.
Yeah.
Yep. Attack damage and save.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Oh,
Griff.
is it? Yeah. All right. Oh, I get +1.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all get +1 from...
No?
Oh, unfortunately that will miss. He has an AC of 0.
Jeebus.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. You got it. What did we get here though? A 5. He rolled a 5 and a 10. Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Griff? Are you gonna move at all or stay put?
No, I want to try to stay to the very left of the stairs. I guess there's a wall on my left.
No,
Is
not
that
really.
correct?
No, it's just an open landing. A fool's
Okay.
landing, as some would say.
Yeah, I just want to stay to the left in case Charger or Nod want to come rushing up
Yeah.
and to make room. Is there any way I can step diagonally forward to get him to change his facing?
If you're trying to move him, that would be like one of your attacks. You'd have to spend a grapple, like it's more of a grapple.
No,
thing.
I want to get up here so that he's not 100% facing down the stairs.
He wants to sidestep.
I'm going to try to start flanking him, basically.
Yeah,
if I
so I guess
can.
you could be
Space.
like in a sort of battle map sense. There's 4 squares on the steps that you guys
Yeah.
could occupy, or that a creature could occupy. There's still just 4 squares. However we allocate them, there's only 4. So it's fine. You can definitely do what you're doing.
Okay.
That means Kurz is back up, I believe.
How tall is this portal?
Oh, goodness. I think it's maybe... Man, that's a great question. It's probably like, what, 8 feet tall? 10 feet tall, maybe? Somewhere in that vicinity?
And the ceiling? How high up is the ceiling?
it's really high up. In here, it's probably 30 feet in the center, and then 20 feet on the edges.
Okay. And Griff is right next to him. Huh?
Yeah, Griff is basically pressuring him right now. Yeah, on the staircase.
Let's see.
And you've got a bunch of copies of
I'm trying
yourself.
I'm trying to figure out how to place a fireball over Griff's head and still take the upper half of the Minotaur. That's my intention there. But put it on this side of this open portal, because I don't want necessarily because if I put it on the other side of the portal, I don't know that it'll come through the portal to hit him. So I
Right.
have to place it high to come down on him. So is that something I can do?
It sounds like it'd be pretty difficult. Let's give you a chance. Let's give you a die roll to decide if you can do it or not. I'm gonna say you got a man. I just don't. I think, given the circumstance, I think it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna say
I
you've got a
agree.
15% chance of it working in your favor. So if you wanna roll a percentile, we'll see.
85% against, huh?
And I'm not saying that before you cast it. I'm saying that you can know this before you cast it.
Like
just
85%
picture.
chance that one of us will get blowback
Well,
from it.
just
Oh.
more of an 85% chance that he's not going to do what he's trying to do with it.
He's gonna,
Yeah.
he's pulling out a slide rule and going, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Hey, Griff, you got some fire resistance there?
No.
Well, you got 6
Not really,
chances.
huh?
I'm not one of us with a fire resistance ring.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah, that
few.
would be me.
I am not that guy.
And even
Good.
so, the fire resistance ring won't do much good. But let's do something simple. Let's just do a simple old magic missile.
There you go.
Can't go wrong with that.
If all else fails, we
Animal
can have
salt, man.
a swirling mass of purple coming at him, all flying between everybody and roiling around like a tornado until just bopping for 13 points of damage. Damn.
Wow, you rolled pretty good there.
Yeah, that's nearly max.
Let's see.
I'll take that. That's rare.
All right. Okay, so you see the burst of the magic missiles as they fly up the steps, and they seem to strike at the elder. As they do, you see that this shield effect that he has starts to shimmer and glow and become very bright from the impact of the magic missiles. And I would say probably most of you are staring straight at him at this point. You get the sense that he didn't take any damage from it.
Okay. Can I do a spellcraft to see what spell that was
Sure.
that's protecting him?
You could definitely try to do that. I think that's something you could do at any point when you see something. All right.
Once I see the effect, I'm sure it's easier to. Is it a simple shield spell? Is it some other magical item that absorbs magic missiles, or who knows what?
Yeah,
or something that has a limited number of damage before it fails.
Let's see. You basically, with your spellcraft check, you're going to be led to believe that his staff has something to do with the effect, and you feel like it's probably may not it either blocked or absorbed it, but it seems like it's tied to his staff specifically.
Interesting.
But yeah, that leads to Schauser.
Yeah, so I'm prone, so that's my full move, but just getting up from being prone.
Yeah,
By the
I mean,
book.
otherwise
Yeah,
you would
by the book.
just be moving anyway. Huh?
Yeah. How far away is he?
I think it's
At the bottom of the stairs.
yeah, it's 20 feet up.
All right. Yeah,
Maybe a little less. I don't know, something like that though. That's 12 feet up.
12 feet up.
It's the thing is, it's on a
Well, then
slope. It's on
you're
a
gonna make me
slope,
want to
so it's really
try my last two.
It's really
I haven't
like
had a chance.
15 feet. Yeah, is what it would really be. But yeah, you're close enough to probably use that.
I haven't used my lasso at all. And it's a pretty long shot, but I'm gonna try and God, those have special rules too, of course. I'm always like digging through the stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, that's.
But
I like that you
it makes me
have all
fun. It makes
the.
it fun.
Yeah, I like that you have it. You've taken advantage of the additional things for barbarian too.
Let's see the lasso rules. Weapons descriptions, maybe. I think it's a complete fighter's guide. First, let me roll and let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
no problem.
+1 from the spell.
Mhm.
I love how it takes so long to think it out. Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
miss anyway.
dramatic, but yeah, unfortunately we'll miss. So the rope will fall maybe at his feet on the steps and just a little short of its mark.
So I just curse. Yeah. How come we not seeing the dice roll anymore? Didn't we used to have dice that would roll?
I see him. I've seen
Huh,
them
I'm
when
not
you guys
seeing them.
press them. I think
Nope.
it's under your own settings,
Okay.
and it is 3D dice or something like that.
Okay.
Under graphics, is it?
Dice options.
Dice options.
Let's
Oh yeah,
see.
dice options. There you go.
Okay.
So
Huh.
yeah, I can't control it, but
Yeah, I haven't
sometimes
checked.
Roll20 changes. They'll
Yeah.
often change settings. Often. All right. I think that brings us back to our concentrating priest. Of how anything else, Saharn, you're
I feel
watching?
no need to change right now.
Okay.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
I
What
like
was
that.
that?
That was cool. That was cool.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Something happened.
power.
those are the new powers of Roll20. Speaking of which, it's fitting that you should bring that because Fortuan is going to raise his staff here, and in doing so, you see his shield that magical aura, I guess you would call it, around him dissipate, and it absorbs back into the staff, and then you see the staff from the tip of the staff shoot a mass of fire, and the mass of fire comes rolling down the steps in a large ball. Let's see.
Did he just absorb magic? Nice.
No,
Looks
not
like
nice.
looks
No.
like everybody in the
there's
front row just
there's the.
fried.
I guess you can do. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we want right there. The effect.
No,
So-
we don't want that.
All right. So this is gonna be a savings throw versus. I guess is it versus staff or spell? Let me double check.
Oh, there is a rubric for this, right? Like an order.
Yeah.
Can't remember what
I
it
think in
is.
this case it's spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a save versus spell, and this is gonna be to save for half.
Who needs to make the save?
I'm gonna try and get
This is
behind
gonna
Nod.
be this is gonna be Griff, Schauser, Nod, the three of you.
Holy crap! And +1, right?
So Tim saved.
So did
Yeah,
Griff.
yeah, you had +1 too.
Did you? I can't see any of those rolls either.
Yeah, I'm reading them out because
No,
all of these
those all
saves
go
go
to
to me.
Yeah, I critically fell.
Okay.
Oh no!
One
Stars are-
No!
One
Yeah, the
Stars are
stars
not right.
One critical fail
Oh.
and then one fail from Nod as well. So 2 fails, 1 success.
I thought Tim Griff failed too.
No, he
He
Oh.
made it.
passed his. Yeah. So it looks like your
Astonishing
astonishing fortune is the reminder of astonishing fortunes coming out. Do you want to use one or not?
Can I use one, y'all?
Yes, do
Yes.
it.
Because a critical fail that could be extra bad.
Could be.
Oh, still a fail though.
Oh.
It wasn't critical, which honestly I think it was smart.
Did you add your
to
+1?
reroll?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
did we just use 2 of those criticals? Or fortune?
Not reroll?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh. You're gonna take
Okay.
the fail?
So it's gonna be 32 points of damage.
Wow.
Unless
Ooh.
Damn.
if you saved, you get 16.
You might have re-rolled that, man. Brandon.
I'll hold that down for a second.
Damn.
Want to rethink that?
It's not the
is it
worst
too late?
idea. Yeah, that's up
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, you should.
32
Maybe.
Too
points.
late, Jamie?
Say
Yeah.
again. What was that?
Can Nod reroll?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't moved
You wanna
on.
go?
I haven't moved on yet from
Alright.
the current order, so.
You rerolling, Nod?
Yep, I'll go ahead and reroll. Hopefully that matters.
It
Huzzah!
did. It's a good roll. So
Yes.
you'll take just
Awesome.
the 16. Nice.
I'm about to go down.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
All right. The nod is up next. Yeah, we'll
Fallen man.
after this
Hmm.
round we'll take a break.
Okay. Were you low on start, Tim? Because I noticed your.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I was at like 49 or something like that. I was down a couple.
Just a
But
couple.
I got it hit in that first round for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he
19.
got smacked by the staff on top of
Yeah.
taking full damage from the fire. Oh, there's
I think
two
one of you guys
hits.
should be wearing this fire resistance
2
ring.
hits and a
first
fumble.
one.
This is exciting.
Yeah, the first one is without the plus
It's
one,
exciting for
so
you.
Count
Us.
5.
Well,
This
2
will
hits.
out.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 hits.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
good damage. Wow. Okay. All right. So,
Yours is going to be at the end going, hey, look, I have a tattoo too. We're good.
okay, that would have happened on the
last one.
third one anyway. So, I'm going to say that next round, next turn, you would take 1 less attack instead of this round. It's not going to affect this round. But you did 27 points of damage total. So,
How many?
awesome. Okay. That then, I think if there's nothing else, brings us back to Saharn. How you feeling now?
So you call the break at the end of the round.
Oh, that's right. You were. I had you moved, so it would be after Schauser's turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it is my turn. Feel like
My turn order is showing me, then.
Oh,
Grazer, then
yeah. I see
Bowser,
you in
then
here
Gav.
twice for some reason. Okay. So Griff, I'm sorry, Griff. Yeah, you're right, Wayne. I
What?
had you in here twice. Go ahead, Griff.
Ah,
Sorry.
man.
okay. I
Should
thought
have said
originally
anything. but no.
I thought originally I went first.
That was your mirror
did.
image of
First.
accidental mirror image of Saharn in
It
my
was
turn
only
order.
each of us is in there once.
Yeah, but on
On
mine,
our
mine.
screen.
I can,
Yeah.
for
Right?
whatever reason, sometimes when I open turn order, it will duplicate. So I saw him
That's
twice.
too bad. I could have double chanted, or one of me could have been running around healing.
So, what? How do I disarm? Is there a way to do that? Do I attack his weapon or?
Yes, you want me to copy it in? I was already thinking of that. We can tag team with the disarm too.
Really?
Yeah, it's a single-handed. We clarified that earlier.
Mhm.
Using one.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Here, I'll
just holds it with one
I'll
hand.
copy it in right now. Actually, I'll put it in the Discord. Maybe.
Because I don't have a skill disarm or anything like that. I just want to try to knock a staff away somehow.
It's in the Complete Fighter's Handbook. So that's disarm versus single weapon in the Player's Guild. Counts as a called
It's
shot,
called shot.
basically,
Yeah.
-4.
So
Does he get a strength save?
basically, you're gonna be taking an attack with your weapon against his weapon, ultimately, and
Yeah, that's the second part of it. You're
Yeah.
right.
So
There's more
since
to
I
it.
get 2 attacks, do I get to do it twice or?
Yeah,
I would
I think
think
so.
so. It's just like you're
It's just
giving your
another play.
attack to it.
All right. So I'm gonna attack -3. I don't know what I'm attacking against though.
You're
Probably
you're
only
let's see,
plus one.
it's still the target's AC. So
It's still the target AC.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try for it.
good.
-3, right?
We want that
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Let's try it one more
Yeah,
time.
one more.
Ooh.
There's a hit. So now we have to do strength checks. Let's see. Yeah. So now we're going to do opposed strength checks. So I'll roll his first so you know what you have to beat. Let's see. So you're going to have to beat a 5. Okay, so he's going to have held on to it. throughout that.
You guys want me to try it again?
Yeah,
I
I
got
say
to
do
roll a
it.
13.
It would be great if
Um,
you could disarm him.
Or if 3 of you could just tackle them together. Let's go grapple him and bring him
Man.
down.
Oh, no
Oh.
way. The same
Again?
exact thing?
Same roll.
All right.
Mm.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. It was worth it. It was definitely worth trying
Yeah.
to go for. I think everybody was in support of it. So, unfortunately, he's just a little stronger than maybe you could get from this angle. But I think it's Cursa next.
Is that shield spell still up? Does it look like?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it's up.
In that case, let's give him another one
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles. Holy shit. 13 again.
Very nice.
Nice.
You're crushing it with the damage on that. That has an effect. This time when it gets into his space, it actually strikes his body instead of being absorbed outside of his body. If you
Excellent.
would noticeably see him react to that, so you definitely feel like those struck. Very good. Anything else, Cursa? You staying still there? Stay where you're at?
I'll take my bow off my back and lean it against me
Okay.
or against the wall next to me.
All right, Shalzer.
Okay. I just dropped my lasso. I'm gonna go running up the stairs to try and hit him with my battle axe.
Okay. I just love the idea of a
And
barbarian running up the stairs with a battle axe to attack a
and I'm also gonna
Minotaur with a
try.
staff.
I can actually do a shield punch as a second attack with like a second hand.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I
right.
specialize with the weapon and shield style, I get no negative to the primary attack and -2 to the shield as a second.
And doesn't that have a pushback effect?
Only
Or
the way I was doing it before,
Oh.
but not just to punch with it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's a different. Yeah.
Yeah, like a shield rush versus attack.
There we go. Oh wait, I hit the shield one first. I'll just Didn't mean to do it in that order, but
Oh, man.
let's try
Natty
the
1.
axe. Okay.
You want to roll the
Yeah, a fumble.
consequence? That'll be how we end it before a break here. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Is
my
that
goodness.
where is that? That's not on the bottom of the screen anymore, right?
It's under
The
in the macros.
collection.
A little
I
Yeah.
don't think I can put it down
collection.
there.
There we go. Roll a wisdom check.
You lose your reaction until the start of your next turn. Okay, that would be
The 5e-ish.
yeah, it is 5e-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know
Or
why
maybe it's next turn. We could just say it's next turn, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So you lose your next turn.
Well,
If
let's
she
see.
fails
Is
the
that what you
wisdom check,
decided?
but she did
Ah,
not.
but I
Yeah.
make it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
All right, so
that
we're
was
back
awesome.
to the top of the
Maybe the
order,
tide will turn now.
and you never know.
Hopefully.
I think that could be a turning point. We'll see. We'll pause it here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll see what happens.
I may have to rush in. Okay, thank you. See you in 10.
Jamie, I can't see Schauser's health bar. I don't know if it's a token
Oh,
setting.
gotcha.
There it is. Yeah. We're both pretty hurting.
Yeah, this is not going well.
All right. I think we're mostly back.
I think he thought it was 10 minutes because he said, "Oh, we back to you in 10."
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah,
Maybe he had
I
something
thought it
to
was.
do.
I thought it was too. Yeah.
Don't we usually do live?
Yeah, yeah. I think normally it'll take it a little bit earlier, and we'll do 5 to 10. I don't know.
Yeah. Doesn't
I don't
matter.
want to be so rigid that I
Yeah.
say how long it is. I figure it's reasonable to think 5 to 10. That gives me just enough time to make it to the bathroom and the refrigerator, and check in on things,
Yep.
and just be back. So it's good.
I'm glad you showed up, Tim. That was good.
Tim's always the heroic arrival type.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Calvary.
Just come rushing in and die here. This time.
Yeah, I think the AC difference here too. There was just a series of misses that you guys had on the steps that might have swung things. But as we stand, it's a pretty good. I don't feel like you're
Yeah. Yeah.
completely doomed, but my job is to think you are. But I think we're ready. Yeah, I think we'll join Wayne in a moment. He's, I'm sure, gonna focus on his spell. So the Elder Minotaur at this point is probably getting less amused now that he has caught the
Some damage.
magic missiles. Yeah, as it would be. So I think he's gonna get into his bag of tricks a little bit and try to target our mage. So
There's one.
Sorry, I'm so late.
no, you're good. I'm still screwing around looking something up.
Good. Sorry.
He was just in the process of killing us, Wayne. It's all good.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
trying to calculate how much HP you just all lost. There's a lot
Rolling
of
up new characters.
numbers
You're just
here
in
to.
time.
Death
Is he
doesn't
just
bother.
barely injured? Is that the deal?
So he is okay. So the elder is going to raise his staff, and at that point, you're going to see a flash cross the room towards you.
Hey,
And it is going to be a saver spell, please.
One of the
Joy.
curses.
Yeah, is it targeted at a specific knee?
Yeah, it is. If that helps you. Or,
Okay.
I don't know how it does, but. So you're going to take half damage from this. It's a beam. And
Roll 1 to 5 to see if you hit me. Or roll a 10-sided die and divide by 5.
that wouldn't. Let's see.
Because it's not really area of effect.
It's D4. It's D4, right? I thought there's only 4 of you. Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
why there's 5, but there's 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
there should be 4. Okay, so in this case, he's going for the real deal, unfortunately, because you are
Ah.
or 1 in my list. But let's see, so if you saved, you did save. So you're
Yeah.
only going to take half damage.
Half of what?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Some fire or what?
Oh,
Ouch.
goodness. Look, that's a terrible roll on my part. Apologies. It is, let's see, so it is fire. So I know you have, the ring that gives you a bonus?
Yeah, so each die is -2.
Okay. Okay, so that would just be, so then the 4, so 8, so it'd be 20 instead.
And then half of 20
Yeah,
is 10.
right. Let's see, am I reading this right? Yeah, this looks right. Oh, okay. Okay, then you have to make.
Oh, and I have a +4 bonus on the saving throw too.
Yeah, and you saved, so you're equipped to resist spells more than most, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But in this
Yeah.
case, you actually have to do a dex check next. Because
Ooh, why is that?
the beam actually creates a radiant effect. And if you don't move out of its way a little bit in time, you're going to catch radiant damage.
Ouch.
I think I want to re-roll that. What is radiant damage, anyways?
It's fire damage, so it's going to be similar, where you're going to get a -2 to each die. But it's significant.
I'll take one of these. I think I'll take a re-roll.
I would.
Is that our 3rd or 4th one?
4th.
We're down to 2 right now, so this will, if he takes one, we'll be down to 1.
Okay. Probably important.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll just take half of this.
All
and
right.
So you'll take half
Nobody-
after it's adjusted.
Nobody die.
Okay, so if we take 2 off, or we take the 8 off,
Take 8.
You're gonna take 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I would read that, right? Yeah, because you take
Yeah, because I
the 8
take off 8.
Yeah,
So just a total of
That
15.
leaves 10, so 5.
yeah. Nice. Okay, so you dodged the majority of the backlash of the radiant heat,
Goodness.
and then I think it's Nod next.
We skipped Saharn.
Oh, we did skip you, Saharn, at the beginning. I didn't know. Are you gonna let's go back to you. What would you like to do?
He's considered a large creature, right? He's not.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so we can't hold him.
No. Oh, crap. Everyone is beaten down.
These, yeah, it looks even worse with all of your mirror images on there.
It's true. It's true. I'm trying to ignore those
Yeah.
three. But I'm looking.
Still not great. Still not great.
I
Yeah.
know. Well,
You could
so
probably
here,
reach Shelter. Yeah.
yeah, I think I will try to reach him and then cast a Cure Light Wounds. If I can reach forward as I pray and walk forward and reach and touch him in the back with my blue glowing hands.
Yeah.
And I need to roll it to hit,
No.
or can I
No,
just
not to
touch
touch
him?
an ally. I don't. Oh, I'm not gonna make you roll to touch an ally unless for some reason they were actively resisting you, which Shelter wouldn't be.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah, good one.
7
Okay.
points back to you. And we are no longer getting
Thank
the
you.
bonus of the.
Yeah. So
So
the
that's
bless
gone.
is gone for now, but the boost has been given to the barbarian, so you should be back up by 7 points.
All right.
All right, check off one spell.
And then now we'll go back to Nod.
I really wish I had something to shut him down, but because I feel
Ball and nod.
not. Do something heroic, bro.
Kill, maim, destroy.
Muted.
Not necessarily in that order.
Oh yeah, he's muted.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to move over here and continue to. How can I tell how beat up he looks? Is he bloodied?
Yeah, he would meet the bloodied condition in that sense. Yeah.
Okay, so I will, instead of running away, I will take this opportunity to run forward and draw my longsword. And I'm going to be using its ability.
I thought you were gonna drop the horns.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. The bull charge.
You get your points back, Molly.
I did.
It barely looked like your health bar
No,
moved.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't move
She must
much.
either have
I
a
No,
went
lot
up
of.
not much.
7.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm up to 25 from 18.
Oh,
Okay,
On
bloodlusted.
nod. Get him.
And we are going to roll to hit. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh.
Ah.
But that's
no,
with
you get
bloodlust.
+4 to
I
hit.
get +4. That's just a normal hit.
Yeah. So yeah, so that hits. Nice.
And we are doing large creature, and it is ×2 to damage, but we'll figure that.
Oh,
26
for that.
points.
Wow.
Dang.
What, 11, 12, so 24 plus 12, 36 plus 2.
38.
Holy
38 damage. Jeez Louise. All
Yeah.
right.
this is 5e level
Got a
damage.
one in
Yeah,
there.
that's kind of
Yeah.
craziness. All right, so you bring out the bloodlust right in time to
All right, enough messing
humble
around.
this elder of yours. Do you say anything as you slice through him? He's still up, but it's certainly like a major turning point in the battle. Let's call it.
He's gonna say something along the lines of, "You called me weak."
Yeah, nice.
More just a taunt than anything, yeah.
Yeah, he just ate it. He just definitely ate your sword. All right, Griff, you see the tide's kind of turning here with a major blow to your foe here.
what's that?
And a hit. Man, look at this. The dice are giving back now. This is good.
This is large, right?
Large.
It is, yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's see if we can get another one here. Nope.
All right. All right. All right, we're back to Kurza. He's not looking pretty here. He's very bloodied and staggered and teetering suddenly from the
We're going to have to
longsword.
do it again. The last magic missile.
Hit him with another 13, Kurza.
Yeah. How about 11?
Close enough.
Okay, so as you hit him with the bolts, something unusual happens to where you see him look like he's stumbling as if he's almost gonna fall over, when suddenly his staff glows and he lifts his head and stands up again. and so it seems as if his staff is able to absorb your magic upon killing him. So you killed him with the staff in his hand, and the staff brought him back, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh joy.
So the staff is
Brutal.
certainly doing more than just firing fireballs across the room, but he's still battered, he still looks terrible, but he's not dead as he would have been if he were not holding on to that staff.
Huh. Contingent heal spells.
It's yeah, we'll get there. It's but yeah, it's definitely still, he's not looking good. He's eaten a lot of metal in the last couple rounds. I think we're back to Shalger.
Yeah. And I think I attacked with the axe last time, right? Yeah, and the shield.
Axe and shield, yeah.
So this time I'll get 2 axe.
Get his staff, man.
Kurza,
Yeah, I think I'm
I
gonna
don't know what happened to
try for
your
that.
icon. Looks like it just like your regular icon. I don't know what
So
happened
I'm
to
gonna
it. Go ahead, sorry.
try and duck between these two again and try and disarm him with the axe. And then if that fails, try and do it with the shield. Try and knock it.
Okay.
So
All right.
here
Yeah.
we go. So minus 4.
Yeah, minus
Yeah.
4 now.
4.
And then I'll try
Is that it?
again. No, I
No.
think it's
No.
It would have been.
if it
would have
wasn't a
hit
called
him.
shot.
It would have hit him
Yeah.
if it weren't a called shot. But...
Oh man.
I was putting the -4 in the modifier.
No, that was good. Yeah, you should have, right?
Yeah.
Did
All
you
right,
put
and
it
then-
in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
did.
did. I did. All
So
right,
then
and
that
then,
Yeah,
would
the
be a
minus
0.
4, the very
So then
last
she
minus
hit.
four.
Oh, you did put it
So
in
she
there.
would hit then.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, that's sorry. I'm sorry.
So
I
it is
thought,
a hit.
Yeah, no, that is a hit. Yeah, I thought you had.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
All right, strength check.
All right, so now it's the strength check. Yeah.
Okay.
let's-
All right. So I'll have him roll first, and you can see what you got to beat. So he's got an 18. So you got to beat an 8.
Oh, so close. All right.
We got
I didn't-
one astonishing.
I didn't see the
fortune.
roll come through.
Oh,
Did it?
yeah, it's right
Yeah,
there.
it's
Oh, yeah.
I
came
made
through
it by
at the
7.
exact same time as yours.
Yeah.
I see it.
I
now.
made my
Okay.
check by 7.
You
I've
would
got
have
one
to
more.
roll. Yeah,
Do you think I should use the astonishing fortune?
you'd
and
have to
try?
roll a 9.
Yeah.
9
You gotta-
or lower.
Yeah, percent less than 50%.
It's our last one though.
I know.
Would shut them down.
It's either you pass it or you
I'm gonna try and
probably
bash.
don't get another
I'm just gonna try and bash him with the shield. To also try and knock it out of his hand, because I didn't do that yet. So that's gonna be -6 though, because
Do that, or you just try and kill him.
cut off his arm.
Right.
yeah, maybe I'm just attacking with the shield, like just to bash him.
Yeah, he seems to be eating
Ugh.
all the metal. Like any swords seem to be doing
All right,
good damage to him.
that was my best effort.
No, that was good. You
up to
you
you,
got
Karn.
him still teetering here. Harn,
So Harn, come on.
what do you think?
Do the clerics proud.
It's usually Bart's role where he
Takes out the.
Yeah, he like
Creature with
spiritual hammers the.
I was thinking about doing that actually, but it's like a 1d4 thing versus how far down is my
Some
grip.
I think sometimes the spiritual hammer, what's nice about it is it takes up a space and helps you manage
Yeah.
in a wide open, more open setting. Whereas in here, you guys are really fighting up a hill at the moment in a closet, so it's not as
Maybe.
useful.
Did Shalger move forward at all when you just
Oh.
did this attack, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like
he would have
halfway up
been.
the stairs.
Yeah, here. We'll do it like that. Like I said, four on the steps is full.
is there any way I can? Yeah, I can't
Do
even.
you happen to have command just ready to go? You know how easy that would make this?
Like drop, right?
This
Mhm.
Yeah, and you're up a level higher, aren't you, Tim? Griff is up a level higher yet.
Next
want-
to the.
Yeah, he's 10 feet up the step. He's halfway up the steps, a little more than
Yeah, I can't even reach you to heal you. So I'm really gonna another heal on Shalger, I guess. will be my move.
Okay.
And
I think
wait
you
for
could.
an opening.
Couldn't you reach Griff? If I'm below, I did the.
But I would be behind you.
What I would say is that because you just need to touch him, and you don't need to occupy the space at the end of your turn. You could get there and touch him, do the heal, and then step back. It's just that it's just not enough room for you to stand there and occupy the space at the end of your turn. So if you want to just either jump and or lay or however you want to grab him through the reaching from the
That's
side.
it. I'm gonna dive onto my hands and knees, and, like between their legs, and just
Yeah.
reach forward and grab his calf.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what
So you
I'll
just
do.
feel like a hand grab you from like down below, like that, just out of nowhere. Not threatening in any way, but it's got to be just odd.
I hope this works.
And then you feel some energy replenish into your soul.
Oh, not a lot, but
4 points
half
worth.
for 4 points worth.
It's good.
Yeah, healing spells in this edition are weak, but what we get.
That's part of it. Part of the charm.
Yep,
It's
or the deadliness of it.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But okay, so you get a heal in on Griff. And now it's back to our teetering Minotaur.
It's not seeing those bars move enough to satisfy my heart here.
Oh,
a
man.
23 out of 51.
I'll keep plugging away.
All right, this guy is going to, in pure desperation, he is going to fire off one of his other effects here, which is the beam again. So similar to what hit Kurza earlier is going to happen here. And this is going to go straight down the steps. So this is going to come towards... This will affect Shalger and Saharn. The two of you will need to make a save versus spell.
I forgot to ask you this earlier. Is he evil? I get a +2 if he's evil.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
lawful evil. Yep.
It's
That's
2 to what?
failed.
Plus, yeah, it's save versus
Save versus
spell.
spell. Save versus spell. So Saharn failed.
Magnificently by 9.
And Shalger
Well, the
succeeded.
reason I'm
So
asking is
this is the half
Shalger-
damage, full damage.
I made it. That made a difference. Yeah.
Well,
that
the,
+2.
what your +2 is that just for your saves?
It's basically protection from evil. 1 inch or
Okay.
1 foot
I was
around
gonna
me.
say because your strength check would have passed if that would apply to that. But I
Yeah,
guess
it
not.
wouldn't apply to that, unfortunately. So how
All right.
much
So
damage?
this is the first part of this is
Well, this is a 2-part
this
screw,
is the
guys.
two-part one. So this is 17 is the full damage, or half would be 8. I guess we'll round down. Okay, and then the second part of this is a dex check. So if you make the dex check, then you won't take any damage from the radiant heat. Or excuse
Both
me,
of
I'm
us?
sorry, you will
Good.
still take half damage from the radiant heat.
Got a fair chance.
In this case also, both, or excuse me, just Nod, you'll have to make a dex check here as well. Which shouldn't be much of a problem for you, I should hope, but there you go. So you guys saved them. But this will affect all three of you. Oops, what is it? I almost rolled the wrong number. That would have been bad. Alright, so that's 18, or is it? No, sorry, 24 more damage. Or 12 if you succeeded, which you all succeeded. So 12 more damage. If anybody has fire resistance, let me know, because that will affect your overall damage, but I don't know if any of you did. I think that was just Bard and Kurza that have that.
Yeah, I had the ring of fire resistance.
Okay.
So if you saved in the first go, it was 8 and then plus 24, so like 32.
Yeah. No, it would be 12 on the second, so it'd be 20 total.
20, okay.
If you succeeded on both, yeah. So for Shalger, you did. That would be 20.
I see.
And then for Saharn, He failed, so he took the full 17, and then he passed, so he took 12 more. So he took 29 total.
29.
Yeah. Nod
Yeah,
succeeded,
almost dead.
so Nod took 12 points of damage. All right, so the Minotaur has had one last shot down the steps towards you all. And he says to you, Nod, as he did that too, he says, I will take what is dear to you if I cannot live. And he said that like before he like tried to kill your friends. So it's your turn, sir.
Evil.
Yeah, I
Finish
guess
him.
I'm just going to go for.
Finish him.
I guess it's going to be a cold shot to aim for his arm.
Just
Mm.
just straight
Yeah.
damage. He
Just kill him.
died already. So it just brought him back and he's barely alive now. So damage.
Is that what it is?
I don't
That's
know.
what Jamie said. He's
I
not
don't know.
back to top
Yeah, no,
hit
correct.
points.
Correct. I'm just
Saw him
more
get
worried
hit by
about
some
if
magic missile.
we.
Yeah, you saw him get hit by magic missiles. He clumped over. The staff glowed a little bit, and he woke up. But that's all we know.
What I'm worried about is hitting him, just attacking him damage, and then the
Right.
staff healing him again or bringing him back again because we're not disconnecting him from the staff.
Okay.
That is my concern.
There's got to
That
be a
makes
limit
sense
to
to
how
me.
many times a day that can happen. And
Yeah,
Who
it's
knows?
possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so
every time you do
just
that,
with
it's
that, just
another
hit him.
charge.
I will just take your word for it, and we'll start with that. Don't think that's going to do it
That
though.
didn't hit, no.
What is that? A
Oh,
20-sided and a 10-sided?
It rolled the damage at the same time on the.
for some reason.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
okay.
Yeah.
that's like an option, right? Yeah, because it speeds it up.
Maybe automatically roll 3D dice. I'm not sure. Maybe that was
Yeah, I
that
don't
specific
know.
one. I'm gonna just do it again just for science.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh no.
Is
Okay, I
it?
see. I have to roll them. I've no idea why I rolled the damage dice too.
Damn, that would have been the roll,
Look,
man.
if
That's
you'd
I
only
brutal.
used that astonishing,
Yeah,
if you'd only used that astonishing fortune,
Yeah.
that last one.
Jeez.
I specifically
you-
said it was science. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do? You want to say anything back to him or anything? Because again, I think he's telling you he's gonna try to kill your friends. He's gonna take what's dear to you.
I think that's evident. I think we should just tackle him, guys.
Yeah, say Nod's going to tell him I'm going to take what is dear to you. You know, your life,
Nice,
your freedom, your new power, your new tower.
nice. This is like telling your
Set him
boss off.
free
You
from
know,
his leash.
it's like finally telling your boss off. But all right,
You got a new car? You mean my new car?
Griff. There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Was that a disarm or damage? Yeah.
All right, so he.
I know it's damage.
All right. So this is 8 damage. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you slice him with your, or I guess you chop him with your tomahawk axe and take another good piece of him away. And he just looks like he is barely hanging on at the top of the steps here, wobbling exactly where he was moments ago when before he slumped and came back to life. So I'm gonna say he's a shot away probably for anybody with almost any weapon with the right dice roll at this point. He does not look to be sturdy at all. Kurza, it's deja vu.
You got your bow, man.
Yeah. Take the shot.
Yeah, that's about all I have. I set it out to where I can just use it. Let's see.
Oh.
So close. But this
Or
arrow
do I get a
passes.
+1 for? I get a +1 for being an elf and using a bow.
Wouldn't
That's
that
not
already be
factored in.
included in there? It should be included in there.
Did you put it in your weapons table as a bonus when you on your
No, I
weapon
don't think so.
as an attack adjustment? If you didn't,
No. Not sure how I will do that. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, one more.
So you got to roll 18. Oh,
Oh, 2 good shots, but they sail by him and seemingly go into the portal. The angle that you have, they just absorb into the portal. You can only imagine for a moment what might be happening on the other side of the portal with that. But unfortunately,
Somebody
they
got
just
shot in
missed.
the back.
And it's got to be difficult when you're shooting uphill between 4 of your party members trying to thread the needle, but at the same
Fine.
time,
Next time, it's going to be Charlie's in the light, and a nice big ass fireball to finish his ass.
all right, now it's Shalger, I believe.
Yeah, all right. It seems like don't think the staff is gonna bring him back, so
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I meant on the, let's see.
attack him.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's finally. I think it's the first
It-
time I hit him.
He has 8.
Yeah.
He has 8 hit points left, so I'll
Come
tell
on.
you that before you roll, so you can hopefully put the final touch on this guy. Oh,
No.
Okay,
Re-roll it, damn it.
I can
this might
still
be the
I
time.
I can still try and shield punch him.
True. I'll say,
Re-roll
what
it.
do y'all say? You want her to
You
use
can only do
the
better.
Yeah.
No,
I
she's
would
shield
say.
punching. Oh, look at
Oh.
that! There it
Come on.
is. That's
All
gotta
right,
be
this
it.
is-
You got 3 points.
This is a D3 plus 1 for my strength.
Oh no way! This literally.
Let's
Come
see.
on, we need 3 points out of this thing.
Yeah.
What did it? 4. Okay, all
Yay!
right.
Yeah, you did it.
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. The Minotaur falls, and it almost simultaneously as he falls over, does the symbol on his arm glow in this vibrant light bluish hue that might be very familiar to Kurza, having had this thing on him for a while, that hue of blue. But the way in which this thing just glows as he lays there on the ground, it's unnerving for a moment that he lays there lifeless, but yet this something is showing itself through his marking. And then I'll give you guys a chance to interact here with the scene, but he's down.
The spellcraft roll.
So I'm gonna
Are we going in
You're going to
initiative
just
order?
pick up the
yeah,
staff
we can just step through the normal order. So let me just go around the horn and see what everyone would do in this moment. Or Saharn first.
Separate the staff from his dead body, and then maybe give it to Kurzel.
Okay, yeah, you can grab the staff. So you grab it, and I guess as you do, let's see.
I still want Shazur to grab a hold of it.
Yeah.
It's
You're not
We
gonna
like
let me
jumping.
break it?
I'll take that before right before Chaucer's got the axe up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who kills us all?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh no.
hack that magical tattoo in half.
Okay, so you get the staff. So you've grabbed that, and you can bring that to the bottom of the steps to inspect it with Kurza. Kurza, I need to get rid of these other tokens. Where's your actual token?
It's right there.
Oh, that's weird. I can't see his actual token.
There it
Okay.
is.
You guys can see it though? You can see Kurza's token?
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't either.
All I got is the 2 here.
Yeah, see, that's weird. I don't see any. Okay.
don't
Mine
see
is
it.
everything just froze up on me.
Yeah, it's acting odd. I'll tell you what, Kurza, if you can, just delete those, and I'll bring a new one in.
I deleted most of them.
Just get rid of even whatever you can see of yourself, because I can't see it. And then I'll once you tell me they're gone, I'll drag your token back out, and that should fix it. If it lets you. I know Roll20 is being a bear.
Yeah. I tried reloading, and it
I
just
see one there. Oh,
Oh, I just put a giant one.
Whoa!
There he is.
Giant Kurzel.
Giant Kurza, yeah.
yeah.
He's
something's
enlarged.
coming back.
Oh, there's two.
Okay,
Oh,
there's 2
two.
of them now? See, that's weird.
I see one there. I see one here. I see
Wow.
one here.
I don't see any of the southern ones bottom that you just
I just
pinged.
see-
Those two.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I just see the
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah, I
on my
just see
end.
the new one too.
And
Okay.
now the light doesn't work as well either.
Yeah,
'cause
because I
now they
drug your
have to have
default
the
token
rooms.
out. I gotta fix that dynamic lighting thing again. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, if you can see
So
the
now
other
it's
tokens, just try to delete
all I
them.
have is the one.
Okay.
That's
okay.
all I can see.
Perfect. All right. So let's see, you were looking at the
Me, I was looking at the tattoo.
yeah, sorry.
I'm like, chop it in half. Shouger.
It's strange. You don't trust the tattoo that you wear, but you trust this dead Minotaur's staff.
Let's see.
Does-
One
So
is
Does he
a
have anything
one is
else
a
on him
means of
that
control, and the other one is something that we can control.
Are we going down the list? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, where?
And the tattoo is a means of control.
Initiative order to see what we
yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm looking something up
Oh.
here real fast. I'm
Who is
pulling
next?
you all up.
Yeah, Nod.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we're at Nod.
Seeing that the staff was picked up, Nod's going to start sticking his fingers in any other pockets and looking at any other fine piece of clothing like his cape, his boots, belts, anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, you I think most
Furs.
notably find him wearing a ring. That would be probably one of the very first things that catches your eye that's left on him. Let's see. He also carries a coral key.
You say key?
Maybe for
Let's
that chest.
do a detect magic on everything he's got there.
The staff and the ring are magical.
How about the tattoo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is, and it still has a magical aura to it.
Soldier, can you break that tattoo?
Oh, gladly. I will chop him into bits.
Let's see.
It's still registering magical.
Burn the body.
Let's see. So you got the ring, you got the staff, and you got the key.
Is it like the keys from the tower? I remember
Keys
there
from
was
the
coral
tower.
stuff there. A lot of coral
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
Could
The
be.
from
key
the
has
Seychelles
a
elves.
similar type of styling to it that you would think it could be elven, like the coral chests were. Yeah, that's a good call. Yep. Let's see what else is in here. You do find he's carrying a small bag that has a ruby in it as well. So that's what you find on him.
So we got a
It's not
non-magical
magic.
ruby.
I would say, yeah, is it not magical?
No, it's
I'd
not
hold it in
magical.
front of Curza.
No, it's not. But the staff is, and yeah.
But I guess I would say during mine, everybody, we're not bleeding or anything like that. Just staunch and bind wounds. Make sure that guy's dead.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
severely
he
hurt.
looks dead.
Yeah, I
Um,
think at this point you notice that the thing on his arm is still glowing.
Okay.
That's the way I'll
And
put it.
then I would check the rest of the room to see if there's any other doors, exits, or anything besides the one we came through in the portal.
Go ahead. You can roll I guess you would roll probably, I don't know what you would roll for a ranger, but if anyone else wants to, I think it's a 1d6 actually. Yeah, I'm sorry, do a 1d6.
For
Yeah.
what?
You said you were looking around the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Search secret doors, hidden.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Whatever.
having you roll.
Yeah. Shoot. Forgot how to do it.
Taking the beer and leaving the room.
Is that celebratory Nod, or is that
Okay. Sorry.
some other kind of emotions?
Double clicked.
The fact that tattoo is still glowing really bothers me.
Yeah, before you chop that tattoo, Nod is taking the beer and leaving the room.
Can I
Yeah,
skin
I'd
it?
say
Can I,
Oh yeah,
like
Nod,
a-
your beer is intact, so I'm gonna get that back to you.
can I, if he was an animal, can I skin the tattoo off? Take it off. Separate his skin from his.
Let me go back first. I'm sorry, I know I'm slowing you guys down a little bit, but
That's
let me
Looking
go
fine.
something
back
up.
to Griff, who is sniffing
Mhm.
around the room a little bit. And Griff, you actually do find what appears to be an odd looking part of the stairs on the bottom floor. So from the side, the stairs lead up, and some loose stuff, and you move it, and inside of the area that you move some bricks on, you see a scroll and
Nice.
a bag.
Ignore it.
Okay, I call everybody's
Yeah.
attention to it and point at it. I don't know if the detect magic is still going. If it,
Yeah, that's fine. So the bag glows magical. Of course,
And
the scroll is a scroll. I don't know. Does a scroll glow magical? I guess it would from the.
I think it does if it's a spell scroll.
Yeah, it is a spell
Yeah.
scroll. Yeah, I just don't know how that would.
okay.
yeah, if it's a grocery list, it probably wouldn't. But
If
yeah.
it's arcane
Could be a
scroll,
magical
you know,
grocery list, though.
Could be, you never know.
Never
yeah,
know.
you never know.
So I'll point out that the bag is magical. Could be a bag of holding.
That would
And
be
And I guess you get to see which
I'll take a look at the
Um,
scroll.
which school it is or whatever it is, divination or
Oh yeah.
Arcane.
Oh,
How
yeah,
long does that last?
for what?
for the bag and the ring and
with the
The
detect magic
bag's
spell.
alteration. The let's see.
alteration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has a decent duration.
It's
Not that I know anything about magic, but I've heard you say it before.
I want to say it's actually relatively short, like 10 seconds or something. I could be wrong, but I want to say it's relatively short, actually. Detect magic, anyway.
All right.
Weren't to his turn yet anyway, so I'm assuming I did this before he.
Yeah.
Cleric version is 1 turn.
Oh man.
Imagine the mage is similar or more.
So this is a scroll, Curza, that appears to be. I think. Don't you have to roll to identify these with your intelligence roll? To read the magic or whatever.
Usually it was I never adjudicated it that way. I always said you can look at it, figure out what the scroll is supposed to be, the spell, but you don't necessarily understand how to cast it unless you make that roll.
Okay.
Because otherwise you have to make 2 rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't think that made sense. So I always just said, yeah, you can tell what the name of the scroll is, but you can't necessarily cast it until you pass the intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's fair. So this spell appears to be. Let's see. So I'm gonna double check that I'm giving you the right one. This is a scroll of disjunction.
Wow.
No recollection of what that was.
It is a pretty rare
Mordenkainen's
thing.
Disjunction Scroll. That's a 9th level wizard spell.
Holy,
Basically,
That's
it's like a
holy shit.
supercharged dispel magic.
it's worth some loot, maybe.
Damn.
That will be
That's
very
gonna-
useful, I'm sure, sometime.
We hope we're
Um,
together and alive when you're strong enough to cast that.
Damn straight.
I think the one thing that would be of everything, like that's definitely a rare, very rare type of spell. But I think the thing that might really catch your attention is the school of magic of the staff. And the staff itself just seems to really emanate quite a bit of unique magic. It actually has multiple properties that you can detect in it, including abjuration and transmutation. But
Ooh.
the primary school is evocation.
Wow. That one's going to have to be identified, I'm sure. Because it's a powerful staff, that's for sure.
That's this staff is no joke. That's for sure.
Unless it could be a staff
was
of
the ring,
spells.
Jamie?
What's that?
Ring.
Stefano. Oh, the ring. Abjuration.
You're the only mage here. The staff would probably not fit anybody else.
Perhaps not. And he definitely seemed to be of the wizarding Minotaurish variety.
So I guess that's my turn. The only other thing I would do would be make sure everybody's getting healing or whatever we can do. Staunch and bind wounds with
Yeah, I think
just
that's.
medication.
So before we do that, Shauser, was there anything that you were up to during the aftermath of the?
Yeah, I was gonna try and separate the tattoo from the, like, skin his arm.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. Let's see. So, I think you are going to.
Take any damage.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'll let you think about that. If you're hell bent on removing it, you can do that, or if you would pause, I don't know.
Well, does my dangerous? Can I roll a danger sense to see if I?
Yeah.
Desecrate the dead. That's what you're doing.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my alcohol and stand over here.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Let's see. So I think then you were gonna go ahead and do some healing. I'm sorry. So I think we're to Saharn now. If you guys were thinking about healing next.
My companions, you all are wounded, aren't
Yeah.
you? Why am I only seeing 3 of you again? I lost the Minotaur.
Nod walked out.
Oh, he was just in. Oh, hey, Nod. You catch a whiff of something while you step out there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I was assuming that she was gonna cut off the tattoo and everything was gonna go boom and explode, and
Yeah,
I'm very
but
wary of magic.
It's
And
a reasonable possibility.
I thought I was. I thought I was gonna do it too.
no, but you can step out there, and we'll give you a chance to do that. But when you exit this little area, you catch a whiff of something that smells familiar.
Your buddy.
Or what was following us down the hall.
Yeah, I'm going to frown a little bit and I'm going to kind of set my alcohol down again right here on the corner and just slowly walk away. It's like, all right, I think we got people coming. Or
All right.
maybe even give some hand motions and waving.
All right. Anyway, that's what I was doing. I was going to heal. So
Yeah.
Shajor, 6 more points.
You should heal yourself there, priest.
Yeah, really.
I still got a couple left, and
Save one for yourself or use it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look at the state of you. We got to figure out
thank
what we're going to do here, and we don't run into trouble
Yeah,
anytime
we got Nod.
soon.
Nod down too.
Yeah. And then I'm going to proceed to go find Nod to fix him up. Kurza too. Look how bad you are. Nobody has any potions left, or we have none of the moss.
No,
I've
the
got-
only thing, the best thing we have is like those healing scrolls.
I've got a potion of healing.
The tower's gone. Remember those plants? We could have gone back up and got more of those. What was the name of that? Never matter. They're gone.
Shauser, if you want to proceed with trying to remove the arm, it would be just like or whatever you want to try to do.
That would make the most sense. Yeah. Cut off his arm.
It'll be an attack roll.
Okay.
Just you'll make an attack roll regardless of the fact that he's laying there, and you'll get. Yeah, so in this case, because he doesn't
Say
have
just
AC
don't
bonus.
fumble and cut your own
Right.
foot off.
This is
In the other game I play, when you're just trying to hit someone like asleep, it's anything but a fumble.
and
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
this one as well. And so you're able to sever his arm, maybe not as cleanly as you would have liked, but you do get it, and it still bears this glowing symbol for now
It's
on it.
still glowing, huh? Wow. How can we destroy this?
Burn it. Burn the arm in a fire.
Yeah. Who's got oil?
Split it in half, the arm. Or one half of the sever the arm in half with half the tattoo on each side.
Yeah, why is everyone way over here?
Yeah, what's going on? Everybody's got alert all of a sudden.
We're getting
Danger
ready for the next
sense.
cliffhanger.
Danger
You might
sense.
see Nod starting to
smelled
light a
something,
torch over
so-
here.
I haven't moved.
Nod smelled something.
Kurza hasn't moved either.
You, let's see, can roll, I guess, maybe detect noise. If anyone has detect noise, if not, you can roll wisdom and I'll adjust for your rolls.
2% off. Damn.
Wow, okay. A bunch of fail rolls here for this one. Oh, there's one really good one. Saharn, you
At what?
you hear something moving and getting a little bit closer. As you do, and you're like sensing for sure something's approaching, you guys hear a voice come from the hall, but only one of you recognizes the language, and it's Nod. And Nod, you recognize the voice as being your former friend, Toonber. And he's calling out to you, and he says, "Have you done it? Is it over?"
Toonber, yes, Toonber. It's been a while. I thought, was it Tornuk or Toonber? I think it was Tornuk.
Was it Tornuk? I'm sorry, I might be
No, you're okay.
mixing
I'm just trying to make
my
sure.
Minotaurs. Let's see. Let's
This is
go.
the same one we met in
I have a
the first
whole.
time we came through the.
It's either Tornuk or it's Drogar and Helson.
I think it's this one based on the graphic. If you guys remember this guy.
Tornuk, yeah.
Oh, sort
Yeah,
of.
yeah. So you're right. My bad.
No,
Tornuk.
you're
It's
right.
Tornuk.
Sort of.
Tornuk. Yeah. Tornuk is calling out, and you hear him like, "Is it over? Is it really ended?"
Yes, and maybe you'll see like Nod relax a little bit and put out the torch that he intended to throw at the alcohol.
Okay. You'll
Oh,
he'll say, then we are done, friend, for I have killed the others. And he'll turn the corner. You'll see Toonber, or excuse me, Tornuk, and you'll even see him like cleaning off his axe with his robe as he turns the corner, basically telling you that he's eliminated the other two remaining Minotaurs. And he'll gasp, I think, when he first comes in and sees the elder laying there with a barbarian holding its arm. But he'll look around just in shock and just, I can't believe it's finally ended. I don't even know what I would do next. What are you doing next? Where are you going?
That's a good question.
Yes, that is a good question. It's either through the portal or to Myth the Nanthar, back to the Underdark.
We have a lot of stuff to be identified at this point.
Maybe resting for a couple of days.
Yeah, really.
Do we know where this portal goes?
I'm bringing Tornuk
yeah,
in.
that's what I'm wondering. Is it just another
Uh,
way to Myth Nantar?
Tornuk knows as much as Nod knows, which is that they always believed that it went to Mithnantar, but neither have ever been in it or known for sure where it leads. It was the elders' territory.
The tattoos are leading us to Myth Nantar as well.
I may be able to do an identify in the portal to see how it's controlled and other information.
If what Tornik says is true, we have plenty of time to rest here. Nod can even pull out like the beer and offer some of this Pilsner Tornik here. Have some surface beer, alcohol.
The
Tornuk would
most
be absolutely like amazed by that notion that you brought an entire barrel of Pilsner from the surface, and he probably would taste it and he would probably hate it, but then at the same time he would come to like it very quickly. So I think you would kind of watch that whole thing unfold as he doesn't even know how to behave, not having to serve and live a lie really. So yeah, Tornux definitely seems to be like a lot like Nod in most ways, that he was somebody who was on the edge of finding his way out of here, and maybe just somebody who's a little younger than Nod who just never got to get out.
And now he's free.
Now he's free and he doesn't know how to act. He's never been anywhere, at least not in a long time. He's forgotten how the world works. But
oh,
yeah, he'll definitely ally with you all in this area. I think what he would express is that the Underdark stirs, and it won't be long before creatures creep upon the labyrinth. We've commonly had creatures invade, but eventually they'll find no resistance. So we don't have forever, but perhaps the night is safe.
You can always set up a glyph of warning, like to do almost anything, like a fire trap, like at the entrance.
Mm.
But in the meantime, before we close out, I have 2 heal spells. So, Nod, you're looking. If I'm going by the red on the screen, you and I are the worst.
I could use a little bit of healing.
Yeah.
You,
So-
you should as well. Looks like you're slightly lower than I am.
Yeah, my cap is 33 though, so yours is a lot higher than mine.
It's only
Uh,
38.
Oh, I thought you had actually more than that.
No, I'm
Anyway,
just a thief.
there's
A
a
big
D8
thief.
for you. For you,
Nice.
take a 7.
Oh,
And
that's
my-
the best heal you've given me our entire adventure.
This is like most of my heals. If you look back at any other week we played, I roll a lot of 1s, don't I? Like low
It happens.
heals.
Yes,
Yeah.
on
Right?
me specifically.
So-
I remember them.
Tonight I've been
No,
doing
I'm just
okay.
teasing.
I got 1 more. This is for myself.
I think
Hope
you've had quite
with
a
what goes with.
few good ones. Like I've seen a
Look at
7,
that.
I've seen
Yeah,
an
Look
8,
at that.
he's feeling it now.
I've seen another 8.
He's found his
My
energy.
mojo. Found
Yeah.
my mojo. All right.
All right.
So
So
I
couple
actually,
heals. Couple people
yeah.
feeling better. Anything anyone else is doing or saying or in this room as you sit? You basically are sitting at the bottom of the steps with 2 minotaurs drinking beer and a dead minotaur at the top of the steps whose arm has been severed by your resident barbarian.
Is it still glowing?
It's the bond is glowing on the arm, on the severed arm. It is not. It is dulled. It is not as strong as it was when the creature first died. It seems to be fading very slowly, but it's definitely still noticeable.
What's behind the portal? Anything?
That was where Griff found the loose rocks.
Okay.
The
There
hit.
doesn't be any way to knock the portal over.
Did anyone look in the back?
Not from the bottom. Maybe
Yeah.
you could collapse it from the top, possibly, but
It's big.
it's big and yeah, it's at the top of the steps, so that makes it a little bit
What's that
different.
made of?
I think
When it lights up, it looks as if it's made of coral.
Maybe smash it, Marley. And
I
Is
don't
there-
think that. I
portal.
don't think I'm strong enough to do that.
is
I
there
was
a
thinking about
keyhole anywhere around it?
You could take a look and see if there's anything like that. If you guys really want to spend some time doing that, I think that's probably another 1d6 roll if you want to try to look for some more hidden stuff.
Sure. I got time. I'll take a look for stuff. I don't know if that's good or bad, but
I don't know, but
Isn't
one
it
of us,
should be good.
Yeah, the
one
one
of
is
us
good.
did good, one
No,
of
the
us
one
did bad.
good. Yeah, the one is good.
Especially for no.
You want a 1 on those rolls for sure. Yeah, so you find another basically loose rock in another section of the room. This time it's actually, you might be kind of watching in disbelief as these 2 minotaurs drink beer and look against the wall and maybe notice this loose rock and go over to check it out a little bit more closely. And as you pull it back, that it reveals that there's a pressure button behind it.
ooh, the big red button that must be pushed. Is it some kind of I'll see if Nod can tell us what it might do or what it's connected to before I just go ahead and push it.
Yeah, I think Nod, there's a chance you might know what
You
that
know,
is.
it's a trap or something. It's
Yeah, I was going to say first thing we do is check for traps.
Yeah.
It's the auto destruct system.
Yeah, so Nod does a good look over. He doesn't find any traps on it. And you could take a closer look at it, nod, and do a, I guess in this case, you'd be trying to just information gather. Yeah, that works. You believe that this is one of the ways in which the Elder could change the configuration of the labyrinth. By pressing this, it will move walls and change the layout so that it can confuse anyone who would enter it. And so by pushing this, it would move and change your map, basically. And
Wow.
So that's how it's done.
Do we want to do it?
No,
It's not the worst idea, just so we can maybe even rest a day or two extra. And if we just keep changing it, right, they won't find the center.
make it
Make it
much harder,
difficult.
Yeah.
possibly.
I can't guarantee you I can get us back out. I shouldn't affect Minotaur, so never mind.
There's always the portal.
It'll be like a whole new dungeon.
That's right.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, so what would be your consensus here?
Don't press it quite yet.
Yeah, I would say wait. Let's try to barricade off this area, and then
we
Overnight.
have to.
I would
you-
think, is there a way if we can
here.
put some kind of glyph or something in front of the portal? At least something would warn us or whatever.
Oh,
And then I would want to go out here and play my music box.
Okay. Anyone want to? I think Griff's asking if anyone has a glyph, potentially.
yeah.
Let me.
I could. I have two I could cast, actually. But so area of effect is like it's special, but I think it's like a 10 by 10 per level or something. But anyway, should be able to set a fire trap if anything comes through the portal into the top two steps on them. That'll work.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah. I don't need to look up that won't come into play until next session.
Let's
Hopefully.
drop that on the map then, so that we know you've got a glyph. We'll do, I guess, in like an ellipse or something up here. That you've got a glyph. Okay.
Yeah, I would say one there and maybe one down here somewhere.
I'm 5th level. Yeah.
For now, maybe I don't know about next session. We'll see where you're at, but while he's
I can really only do a 5 by 5 foot square equivalent. So could I make a line across the top of the stairs that would do that?
sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
a line.
And then we'll do a second one at the entrance.
Okay. So let me
That'll
put,
take my 3rd level
like
spell.
here, you mean? Like down in there? Or where that green one is?
Maybe right across north to south across the hallway here.
Oh, okay.
And if something tries to come around the corner, we'll nail it.
Okay, so you've got, yeah, so you've got a glyph at the top of the steps that would trigger if someone crosses that line. You've got one down at this bottom. Yep. Okay.
Yep. And it's just going to mimic a fire trap spell.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to do anything? I'll leave it to you guys to decide where you want to park this session before we end, because you've got a lot of wounds, you've got a lot of different choices in front of you, and I just want to make sure that you get to interact with the scene a little bit here before we call it.
I think we've thoroughly checked the room at this point. We have the body. I don't know if we want to
Do something
do
with the.
anything with that.
Yeah.
We've mutilated the body at this point.
Yeah, you
And we've
disarmed him.
removed everything that, yeah, we've removed staff.
How
and
far away?
everything that would.
How
Who-
far away is like
who-
a chasm to throw
who-
the arm into?
It would be funny. Just chuck the arm through the portal.
Alright,
Just the arm.
Do you have
That could work.
who has the staff?
I do.
Curza
Curza.
does, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Because I was thinking if I do a identify spell, I can do the portal, the staff, the wand from the Drider Lair, and 2 other items.
Oh, we still have that wand? Nobody's using it?
I really don't know what the heck it does.
We gotta identify stuff.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay,
handful of things.
so sounds like that might be a order of business that you want to take care of now and do some resting while you've got
Yeah.
your. Okay.
So if you do that, you get if you can do 4 things, you get the staff,
5.
the ring,
I can do 5, one for each
bag.
level.
Okay. The staff, the ring, the bag, the wand.
The
You already
portal.
know what the scroll does in the portal.
The
Fine.
portal can, if I identify the portal, it'll tell us how it actually works and how to activate it. Maybe where to, if what our choices are to go where to where.
Could be.
Hopefully,
So
it's a bag of holding with 1,000 cure critical wounds.
Yeah, you got.
Potion.
what's inside the bag, guys?
Yeah.
It could be.
Stick your hand in. Let's see what's in the bag.
Who
Or
wants
it's an
to?
old Cheech and
Hey,
Chong
Greg.
joke, and we're all about to be
I-
busted by Officer Stadenko.
I'm willing to do that. So if you do reach, if someone does want to reach their hand in the bag, we can talk that through real quick. Someone wanting to do it?
Either
Yes.
that or maybe put it gently upend it to see what rolls out.
I'll
I
open
don't
the
know.
bag.
We don't even know if it's a bag of holding. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a bag.
Might
It's
be
a
a bag
magical
of
bag.
devouring. I just lost my arm. I don't know. What the hell? I'll do it. If no one else will, I'll do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Harn, you pull the bag out. Your curiosity is just getting the better of you. You're not gonna drink any of this stale beer, and you get your hand into the bag and you feel around and you feel a handful of coins and you grab a handful of them and you pull them through and you take a close look at them and they are indeed platinum pieces that appear
Wow.
to have some markings on them that have the symbol of the Seychelles.
And I'm going to make a loud exclamation and call to my friends, look,
We haven't found a lot of platinum. That's
the
Hey.
bag over, not completely upside down, but I'm just going to
No.
start to see if
Oh, make sure you leave at least 1 coin in there, Sahar. Don't take all the coins out.
I didn't intend to, but is that important? I want to see
Yeah.
how it's more. Well,
It
big
is
of a,
it is specifically important that you don't dump all the coins out.
are we using metadata here, Brett?
Yeah.
I would also say
I've heard of some thief things. It's a like
thieves,
dream.
yeah.
It's a thief's dream. Even a shop owner or just an average store owner would love one of these things. I've
Right.
heard of some of this, but I'm not sure.
A
She
bit of
gave her to identify it to be sure.
wisdom for luck, huh? All right.
Yeah, so if you like spend some time with it and try to get a good count of what's in there coin wise, you count that there is 500 platinum. Just
It's
gonna
a
keep it a
platinum.
nice
Is it
round number.
5 gold per?
It is 10 gold per in this setting, I believe. Let me
Yes,
just
but
double check that.
we have 500. You just said.
we should just
Yeah.
split that up between us right now.
It's gonna be $4.99. Leave at least one inside the bag.
Let's see. It's
If it's the bag I'm thinking of.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's 5. I'm sorry, I exaggerated. I'm getting carried away. But 5 times 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's 250 gold.
No, it's 2,500.
2,500.
100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
rich.
It's a chunk of change.
It's a chunk of change in
Yeah.
the medieval world. We're rich. Clever,
But it
Star.
is
I don't
another
care.
interesting factor is that it is marked with the Seychelles symbol. So it was definitely coined in Minotaur.
So
Ooh.
to a collector, it would be worth more, maybe even.
Yeah, it's like
Also might mean that
Possibly.
we're
Somebody
close.
else service. Yeah.
honestly, yeah, it's like proof that you found their civilization in a way because it's beyond rare to have
Yeah.
something like that.
Could be telling us that right through that portal is our goal.
The coins themselves are worth more than, probably lots more than their actual platinum content.
Yeah. Do
You're the right
anyone want to
person.
try to identify these things before we?
Yeah, do you guys want to? I'm assuming you're gonna set up a watch.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
do an identification night and keeping an eye on things. You've got Tornuk with you as well, who will. gleefully step in and keep watch now that he knows you've freed him of his bond as well.
Who only needs a couple hours sleep?
Yeah, you
I
got
only need
the
4.
elf, who's
Yeah.
and I think Roger, right?
No.
Or Griff, I'm sorry, yeah, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
So yeah, the two of them typically can take the whole night if they want, and if that's what you guys want to do, then we can run
Or each
through
of
it.
us can run half the night with.
You mean
one
you're
or
going to be
2 other
doing
people or
identification?
something.
That's the reason why I was thinking you wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Probably it's going to be time consuming and exhausting both to keep
Right.
watch for half the night and run an 8-hour identification spell.
Yeah.
That ward you put up, Saharn, can we go through it? Or
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So there'd be like a password. So yes.
What would you like the password to be, Saharn?
Coolness.
Coolness will get you through.
Yeah. Coolness will get us through the fire. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's permanent until it goes
I don't
off.
think
So
I'll be able to sleep here, so I'll probably come over here.
So I'm gonna just do the rolls for the evening, and then we'll do the identification, and we'll stop after we get these items identified, and you guys distribute them or have a chance to decide what you want to do with the items. So
Okay.
if you would, Chris, type in, or somebody type in what he's gonna identify between each roll, and then that way we'll have that logged in the chat. That'll help me. So you announce what you want to identify in order, and then we'll kind of log it that way in the chat so that we have record.
cool.
So for the evening, I'm gonna make our checks. Okay,
Who's
so
gonna put it in there? Do you want me to put it in there? It's the wands, the staff, the ring, the bag.
we'll
portal.
just call each one out before he does each roll, because I just want to make sure I have a way to go back and see. But
So which one
for
first?
Do we need to identify the bags? I think we've got it pretty much as okay. I'm going to do the bag last. How's that?
Okay, that's fine.
Because we kind of know what it does.
Do we?
No idea.
I would say if you give it to Nod, he could experiment with it and he could tell you maybe eventually.
Okay, let's start with the staff then.
Yep.
Not a clue.
Nope. This is something that is complex.
It's an interesting
Definitely-
magical stick.
Definitely a powerful, complex item, but it's not revealing itself to you.
We just got a hold of it. Contemplate it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Look at it.
How about the
All right.
ring? Let's see what happens there.
What's your percentage chance?
50-50.
Right, yeah. Just missed that one.
The bag. Jeez, I can't do anything today.
Have we burned
The
through all
laundry-
the
It's a
astonishing
laundry
fortune?
bag. Obviously, it's a laundry
We have
bag.
one astonishing
We have
fortune
one.
left.
Okay, I'll remind you of that. So if you, whichever one you want to purposely
The
reroll,
Do it on a
wand.
set.
to do.
We still got the wand and the you were gonna do the portal too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can save
so-
it, run through them, and decide after.
Here's the wand.
Wow.
Okay, that's
there you
not
go.
bad. So it's the wand from the Drider Cave.
Got it. Okay. This is. Oh. This is a wand of mirror image. And this
Your
can be
favorite
used
spell.
by anybody.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh.
a lot of charges, couple of charges.
I'll tell you, there are 10 charges.
Say I could use that.
Imagine, yeah, a front
So
melee
it's
fighter.
1d4 plus 1 mirror image. Yeah, 1d4 plus 1 mirror image to the wielder. Takes your action, but yeah, works the same as the spell.
All right then, let the frontline people decide who wants to use it. Griff or not, really, but
You like that
Soldier's
spell.
not going to use it
Yeah,
unless he
I don't
just
want it.
breaks it. What's that? You want me to use it?
Maybe, yeah. There might be multiple
Excuse me.
interested in these, so maybe you want to run through if there's
Well,
any.
here's-
The
let's-
last thing was the
let's-
portal.
Yeah, let's see what the portal gives us.
Oh my
Oh.
Not a fucking
goodness.
clue.
You know what? I mean, with a roll like
Big-
that, it's almost like confusing to you, you know, what's going on with the portal for sure. It's way above your understanding.
So yeah,
Okay.
one
It gives you
astonishing
a
fortune.
headache.
So where do you want to use the astonishing fortune, guys?
Yeah,
The staff, the ring, or the portal?
the staff. My vote.
I'd vote for the staff.
Me too, because that seems the. So here we go.
Yep.
Let's go for the staff.
There you
Oh.
go.
14.
Yes.
What a great way to end the session. That you got the astonishing fortune spent, the last one spent, and you get to identify the key item, I'd say, in this evening's events. So this is a staff of spellfire.
Of what fire?
Spellfire. And if you're not aware of what spellfire is, the ability to absorb magic and turn it back into magic, essentially, which is what this staff does. So the staff has several different functions. First of all, it just acts as a blunt weapon, but it does pretty good damage, actually. It does, what is it? 1d10 plus 1 damage.
Wow.
Just as a staff alone. But the powers that it has, the spellfire abilities that it has, and I'll get more information on this into a separate handout so that you have all of this. But the spellfire staff can create a shield, which will absorb magic. That's any offensive magic that hits the shield will be absorbed by the staff. The second is it has the beam effect, which does 4d8 plus 4d8 radiant damage.
Oof.
And then it has if the wearer dies by means of magic, it will cast a, cure moderate wounds on the holder, but you have to be holding it when you die. If you dropped it and you
Well,
died,
makes sense.
yes, but if you're touching it and you die by means of magic only, it will restore life.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
It sounds like a good caster item in the sense that it would like defend you because
Yeah.
casters are obviously targeted by intelligent foes, and you could just absorb the magic.
So the way it'll work is for every level of magic you get hit by, if someone casts magic missile on you, you would absorb 1 charge into the staff. And then you could use that towards any of those 3 abilities that it has, the shield or the beam or the other that I'm forgetting. But that's the way that it works. So I'll create a handout for it, and I'll put that in your folder, Chris, so that you have that.
Okay.
But just know that it's probably it's borderline like one of the most powerful things you've held to this point in the game.
Damn straight.
For sure.
Hey,
The
along
crown,
those
I'd
lines,
say the crown was probably the most significant and powerful thing you've ever held or seen, but this would be like a decent second.
that leather armor of endurance is still under me. I can't drag it to Saharn, but he's wearing it. If you want to put it on his.
Is it on your character
brand?
sheet?
No, it's the description thing. Created a.
Oh, I
it's
put that in a
the-
handout in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
and you
Okay.
Stuck it under
I
me.
got you.
so
Okay.
You can move it to.
Whatever happened to the crown? I'm trying to remember.
We traded it for Emithrin.
Oh, that's right.
It's at the Temple of
We did
Ogma
for
in
Soldier.
Camper specifically. If you wanted it, that's where it sits. Yeah, you all handed that in exchange for the resurrection and reincarnation that happened.
Yep.
But yeah, I
And
think
then
Brand-
we tore the city down, so we're not going back.
then you burn every bridge and turned every bridge to mud on your way out of town. But
Yeah,
Yep.
Curza.
and
Afraid so. I've wrecked my reputation in 2 towns so far.
yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive. But this is a good place.
I'm
Park
2
it,
for 3.
obviously. So we'll pick up right in this room after you've rested. So you guys all will get the benefit of your night's rest. You can do
All
that
right.
now. And then that way at the beginning of next session, you've already restored your spells and some healing.
Yeah.
The night went by uneventfully, so that's where we'll park it, is that following morning as you're all stirring. And in my mind, Kurza has spent the night researching, absorbing these identifications, and he is able to tell you all in the morning what's what. And you guys at that point maybe decide, oh, it's best for you to carry this, best for you to carry that. Whatever isn't being used, just make sure that you've got guys have that clearly either in your sheet or in the party loot, one or the other. So I guess that might be the last place to park this. Is, does anybody have any problem with laying claim to any of the items or any of that to discuss?
Brandon gets the wand of mirror image, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Nod got
put
that.
that on my sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Any idea what that one is at all?
Yeah, it's a wand of mirror image.
Oh, that's right. Yes. You told us 20 minutes ago.
Very cool thing.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. So it's 1d4 plus 1. Yeah. Every time he uses a charge that he can clone himself and become a real problem.
Yeah.
That's got to be frightening. Just like
Yeah.
coming up
Shit.
against an enemy, a formidable enemy, and then all of a sudden they duplicate. That's one of the coolest spells, I think, in the game.
Oh no, the Minotaur's a mage. Ah.
But nobody presses the button. Nobody goes through the portal. Man, you guys just
Not yet.
come on.
Yeah.
I try to put all these temptations in front of you, and you have too much self-discipline. No, it was
Well,
good.
But I healed enough
maybe we'll
yet,
press the button next time.
Okay, all right.
right?
Thank you. That gives me
Are
hope.
we out of all the moss, everything? The thunder, whatever, the flowers we found? We have nothing left, do we?
I have a book with flowers.
You may have
Now,
some
I mean,
herbs and things left. I don't know
heal-
how much of it you have, though. You've used
I
some for water
don't-
breathing. You've used some for disease and poison.
I think.
what
I
happened to
think
those scrolls?
I've got 2 pounds of that moss from the tower for water breathing. I've got a bunch of iron root. Don't know what the hell that does.
I'm just
Uh,
curious. When we pulled out that platinum from the bag, did we actually divvy it out to everybody, or did we?
Yeah, I'd like some money. I
You
don't have
guys want
any.
to split up the funds while you're
It's
there?
pretty easy, right? It's 500. So
I don't
500, so
know.
what, 100 a piece, basically.
Oh,
And
remember Bart's not here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5.
there's 6 of us
I
altogether.
see. Yeah. So it's not easy.
Not anymore.
I'll move us back to the
83 each.
portal screen here.
With 83 platinum pieces.
Yeah, and it looks like there is a single one left over or something like that,
Yeah.
or there's going to be like 1 or 2 left
There would
over.
be
So we'll leave those.
0.33 left over. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave that inside the bag itself.
There you go.
That's your luck.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys. It was fun.
Thank you.
I think you did a great job against what was a pretty dire situation again, but it just came together that you figured it out and you survived. So I was thinking someone would fall. It was close. It was very close to somebody falling, but that's just
Yeah.
it's
We
like
distributed
healing.
our hit points. We all
Yeah.
were close to going down.
I think
so
three of
it worked
you
out.
being on the steps made it harder for him to single out things
Yeah.
the way that I envisioned. So that was good. You were aggressive with the tanks in the front, and then the guys in the back kind of figured out what was going on with the spells. You had the buff going the whole time from Saharan. So yeah, it was good.
Buff
Good.
helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The time I was chanting at the first 3 rounds or so, maybe 4, we didn't do anything hardly to him. It was
Yeah.
after we
Yeah.
took all the damage that suddenly
Mm.
good rolls showed
I
up.
think the
Mhm.
turning point was when Nod hit him with the bloodlust.
Yeah.
That swing actually is what did it, because you did, I don't know, like 30 points of damage on that hit,
Yeah.
I believe. So Yeah,
Well,
that swung things big time.
what he unleashed on us, if we hadn't had really good comeback rolls, I thought we were, because he took me down to 4 hit points, and I was the only healer.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Jim was low, Griff was low, Chargeur was low, Nod
I
was
was
getting
low.
down. Yep. The only one standing really was Kurza because he
Well-
had duplicates.
Nod just about
I
got
only
put
had
down
9
to
hit
2
points at
HP.
the end.
Yeah, Nod almost got put down to 2 HP from the first thing he did, from the first flame thing, and then I did the
Oh, yeah.
astonishing fortune.
Yeah,
It would
that's
have put me
right.
down to 2 HP.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
right.
I used everything that staff had to throw at you all, so you guys got a good demo of what it will be like when you wield it. So the tide's turned. You have the Elder's Staff, and you've cleared the labyrinth. You pretty much, as far as between here and the Underdark, the only thing you know of is that Sahagin entrance. So you have a pretty good understanding and control of this layer of the map. But I'll be interested to see what you guys decide to do next time, if you're going to wander through the portal, push buttons, or go back where you came from. So I'll let you guys think about that, and you can.
What was the Sahagin entrance?
That was
They were coming from Myth Nantar, or
Yeah.
from the Myth Nantar tunnel.
on
behind
your
us.
way between the Middle Dark and here. When you
Mm-hmm.
camped, you saw some creatures, heard some creatures, went back, and that's when I think Nod and Griff had wandered down to take a closer look. They saw some creatures moving around, and then later Kurza heard them making that clicking sound that he swears was a Sahagin sound. So you've not really laid eyes on one, but you've pieced together that you think that's what it was.
Got it.
All right,
All
guys. Well,
right.
thank you so
Cool.
much. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Jamie.
it.
Yeah, great
Good
game.
time.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
buddy.
Have a nice
Yeah,
weekend.
you.
fun times.
Thank you.